economy coming at your way because we're getting started right now.
All right.
So a quick recap of what happened last week will fall on to let's roll a D. I'm gonna roll a D6. We're gonna do a D3 here. And it is a 6, so the first one on the right is Balin. Guess what, Balin? You get to do the recap this week.
Ooh.
Awesome. I've got notes and everything. I like this plan. So I'm going to start with basically, we already covered the after effects, but I'm going to start with Argynvost Holt. So we went to Argynvost Holt, and after encountering a mystical dragon statue that gave all of us the cold shoulder, pause for applause, we were able to successfully enter. We encountered what seemed to be a shadowy dragon apparition flying up towards one of the higher parapets in the mansion. We then met with Vladimir, the revenant king of some sort, of the former head of like this order, I assume. We tried the old, hey, we're here to get rid of Strahd, and he did not appreciate that, and we all changed gears very quickly and said, no, we just want to make him really, really unhappy. That seemed to make him a begrudging ally. After that, we tried to explore around for a little while, check out the rest of the place. We found a magical trap we successfully identified, and then, because grrgle doesn't understand sarcasm, he tripped it on purpose. A wall of stone blocked the party away from him, and we've been fighting some kind of ghost for the last few hours. As far as I recall, we got grrgle back to our side and ran him into the hallway where the stone wall is, but there are still 3 ghost-type things to be dealt with. Did I forget anything else?
Well, you left out the part at the beginning.
Well, yeah, I was going off of where my notes started, but we had the after the we're all cured of lycanthropy. Oh, what, the part that we all got into a fight?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's the part where Balin and Tasha continue to not like each other, but that doesn't affect me and Curly's friendship. But there seems to be a let's just say a lack of leadership in the party right now on what we stand for, where we're going, and why Blake Shaw isn't doing his job of keeping us together.
We come back into the party and we realize that grrgle is first, but since he's not here and I don't play characters who are not here, he jumps around the room like an idiot taking the dodge action. Phil Dennis, it's your turn.
Can we see the map?
Oh,
We
sorry,
are
I
on
can move you back to the map.
page.
Yeah.
Oh no worries.
Trying to get into the habit of doing that. Let's see here. You guys are in Argynvost. There we go.
Tashra, can you if you're enjoying your character, can you mute or push to talk or anything? Thank you.
Oh, I don't know if I can do that on my phone. I'll be home in this week, so I'll probably just go ahead and hang up, and I'll be there really, really soon.
You can just mute your whole phone in that case you want to listen, but it's a lot of wind and whoosh.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The window's kind of weird. Okay. I'll just mute then.
Cool.
All right, well, Phil Dennis, it is up to you. There are still 3 of these ethereal creatures left.
Right. What can I do?
As everyone goes to look at how many spell slots they have left.
Oh, I know what I was gonna do. I was gonna cast Magic Missile at level 3. That gives me 5 arrows, for 5 bolts.
Does the group need to have the Alistair talk with you, Leo? About why you don't have Fireball?
I do have Fireball, but people in the way.
I was just asking. Does the group need to have that talk with you? Like,
No.
we had tried to have that talk so many times
Here,
with him.
I'll put it on grrgle. Fireball! No.
I am an evocation wizard with sculpt spells, and it's amazing.
God.
But I got this ice knife.
Yeah, I got Ice Knife too. Anyways, Magic
He
Missile.
does have Ice Knife.
Level
Yes.
3.
Right. So, use your Magic Missile.
I'm gonna
5
do
missiles.
2 on this guy, 2 on this guy, and the last one up there. So, first 2 top guy. Buttons, there you are. And then the next 2. And last one.
Okay.
Then I'll scuttle over here.
Yep. All 5 of the missiles will find their mark, and all of the warriors seem to take the full damage from that. But they are all still standing strong.
Woohoo! That's it.
Next up is Blinkshaw.
I look around, and especially at Balin and Gurgle, who just crawled back in the window. I sigh, and will cast Mass Healing Word,
All right.
and then we'll attack. For everybody gets 11.
You could have done better than that.
By 1 point, yes.
I actually have to double check to see what Tasha's max healing is because I think that's over her max. Oh god damn it! I gotta check for I gotta check for Gurgle too. I'm playing 2 characters this week, and I don't want to play any of them. Damn it. Okay, he's definitely under half, so
Oh,
that
he is.
11's fine for him.
Oh, and it's nothing about half. They just
Yeah.
get an 11.
Well, I'm saying like he's definitely under half, so 11 is not gonna fill him up.
Ah.
So I don't have to worry about checking to see what his maximum is.
Oh, gotcha. And which one got the most damage of the ones next to me? Inside or outside?
Well, the one that's outside would be difficult to attack because you're kind of attacking through a window and it's kind of hovering beyond.
Then I will
The one next to you is injured. They're both looking pretty rough though. That's gonna hit. All right,
6.
Hugh lands a heart, and the magical Batilex cleaves through the ethereal form without seemingly any issue. All right, Balin.
These 2 right here are within 5 feet of each other, right?
Yes,
Okay. Is Green Flame Blade within 5 feet of me or within 5 feet of each other?
5 feet of the target.
All right, I'm home. I'll see you in a second.
Cool. I will smack on this guy with Green Flame Blade. Because I have that now.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're gonna miss.
13 misses? Right.
13 misses.
Well, crap. Alright. And then...
Flame engulfs your short sword, and you stab out, and it just kind of passes through them, and he just kind of looks down at the effect, seeing that there is none.
Rats. Alright, and then I'm going to disengage with my bonus. And I'll have to move through Blinkshaw. So that's 10 to get to here.
Mm-hmm.
Hi. Oh, sorry. 10 and then... Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of head back here into this corner. If any of them chase me, at least I'm drawing them away from, you know, the group, and we're in a confined space, but everyone can get out. So I think that's got to be my action.
Alrighty, Ashra.
Just in time. Okay. Hang on, I gotta see the map.
Run up and swing on the one next to me.
Hang on, I gotta zoom in on this map. Okay, walking up and swinging down on this dude. Wait, okay. This one right, the one that I'm in range of.
Yes.
Good talon.
Yes.
Let me get the macro. There.
Well, there you go.
Hells yeah!
Is that a natural 20? I didn't even see it. Yep.
You
Yes.
you should play Exasperated more often, Curly.
Alright. Ooh.
For 11 points of damage. Yes, Talon cuts a swath through this ethereal form, leaving it kind of bifurcated in 2 places, but still altogether whole. Not slain at the moment. Is that it?
Yes.
Alrighty. We come back to the warriors who, this one, seemingly having dealt with a lot of Gurgle, and now seeing him just kind of cower and dodge around, is going to disregard Gurgle and move to deal with Tashra. Whereas the one that is outside is going to slide into the building. We're going to have multiple attacks. 2 at Tashra, 4 at Blinky. The 2 that swing at Tashra miss horribly. and the 4 that swing at Blinkshaw. One's gonna find a hit, but the rest are gonna miss horribly for 4 force damage.
Right. That's more like it.
Yeah, all the high rolls were on the off end, including a couple of crits that I did not get to use. That's fine. Gurgle continues to dodge. Phil Dennis.
I'm hoping Balin. I was gonna yell at Balin. Let me borrow one of your weapons.
So we're having the combo chat. I mean, he can turn his butt sideways if you want to draw Blisk's Scimitar, but you've agreed to assume all contractual obligations if you lose it.
Yes, I did.
Everyone heard that in and out of character.
It's actually written on the inside of the sheath.
Yeah. He draws this
Upon drawing this blade.
You who wielded this blade owe Blisk money.
So real quick. Okay.
Yeah. It turns out the goblins are actually very well versed in law.
Am I able
The
to?
goblin law is more cutthroat than you'd expect, literally.
Would it be required my action to receive a weapon from him?
It would be. He's not resisting you, so this is just part of your. This is your interact with object.
Okay. I have to grab that scimitar that I'm not proficient with, and come up here with Tashra and smack at this guy.
All right, it's going to be just a straight dex check for you.
Bro, can you not firebolt?
That is going to miss.
Darn. And I'll stay there. I don't have firebolt.
So the gleaming sword of Blisk just kind of swings through this ethereal form, passing through it and doing nothing. And you wonder if you're using it right, Phil Dennis. Blinkshaw.
Blinkshaw yells out to you, "Nope, not using it right."
Tasha is going at her desk right now.
Oh, wait, did I not mute my mic? I thought
No,
I
you
did.
did not.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to go ahead and just smack the one in front of me again.
Can I just take a moment to say I really love you guys as a group. I love the enthusiasm every week. I just love that you guys are happy to be here when you play. All right, a 16 is what you need to hit.
Yes!
All right, so you're swinging at the same one you used one before?
Yeah, correct.
All right, swinging through with that one, as it was kind of cut in two and taking time to reform itself, you slice it down the middle, and as it begins to try and reform itself, it seems to fade away, having taken too much damage.
Haha! And then I will move here, so that one can't really come next to Tasha without really trying.
Like I say, one of my games too, they voted on, they really wanted to use flanking as a rule. And it's something that always throws me off because whenever I start playing that game, like I don't do it with the NPCs, and they start flanking, and it gets really confusing. So like now when I see this, I'm like, yeah, no, I would just flank Blinkshot. Can't flank Blinkshot. No flanking in this game, but that's that's fine.
Yeah, I would not move there in that case.
Yeah.
Blanking for the first time since 3.5 last night in a one-shot game, and I was like, "What are you assholes talking about? What edition are we playing?"
It's an optional rule. Some people like it.
I had all the advantage.
Oh, it makes the rogues, like, their lives are just 1,000 times easier.
And the Blade Singers.
Until you fight, 10 swarms of centipedes, and they literally just crit the party to death.
That's what Fireball was for.
They literally had. Well, it would have been great for the fireball, except for the fact that 3 of them were in the middle of the swarms, and you would have taken out as many friendlies as you would have not. Anyways, Blinkshaw, you still have a bonus action.
Yep, done.
Okay, Balin.
Alrighty. Oh crap! I wish one of them moved. Alrighty, I will. 5 feet more. We go 1, 2, 3.
The worst part
4.
about it is what they tried beforehand. They tried 2 different spells that hampered the party, but did nothing to the centipedes because they didn't realize they were immune to it. That was rough. Anyway, Silver Short Sword 23 will hit, and you're going to turn that into a booming blade. Okay, well, with the
28
booming
damage.
blade for 28 points of damage, which is actually cut down significantly. So, no, it's not because you hit, yes, 28 is going to be 18, as they are resistant to the blade, but not to the thunder damage.
And how's he looking? It's not worth it.
It's hard to tell with their bodies because they're they're not humanoid.
It's okay.
Injured.
Okay. Yeah, it's not worth it with. Now, my sneak attack is only 1d4, so I will disengage again. That was 20. 5. Back behind my burly gnome friend.
For reference, if you use Booming Blade, you cannot use a bonus action to 2-up and fight.
Yeah, I didn't.
I was because it seemed like for a second there you were thinking about it, but like I was just confirming. Yes, you cannot.
No,
do that.
I was
Doesn't
going
work.
to. I was thinking about
Sasha.
throwing a hanger, but without sneak
Is
attack.
my mic on? You hear me?
Yep, we hear you.
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm gonna swing again at this one.
That'll hit.
All right.
All right, for 9 points of damage, as Talon cuts through this creature with all
is
the
it
fury
not,
that target. Talon can.
What's it? I'm sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. Is it not diminished some by the?
It appears that magic weapons don't have an issue with these creatures.
Okay,
Magic weapons cut through them and remove their ability to avoid some of this damage from mundane attacks.
Okay.
All right.
Yep, that's my turn.
Alrighty. Well, we come back to them. And we are going to resume the attacks as they were previously, except for one of them is going to go after the tiny little gnome. No, they're going to go after the flaming sword of magical death, because that just makes sense. But they are rolling super poor, and I don't get higher than a 10 on their attacks this round. Christ. Phil Dennis.
I'll attack again. I move up here for flanking, for fun. It's not real flanking.
Use the booming blade cantrip.
Did
Darn.
you just name this the welfare blade?
He should get that advantage for that one.
I was gonna give him advantage for that one. All right, so so for whatever reason, through sheer stupidity, evidently this creature seems to take damage from your swing, Phil Dennis.
Yes!
You probably closed your eyes though and have no idea how.
All right, so that's Dennis Blinkshaw.
I will confusedly swing at the one that Phil Dennis just hit, having no idea how he just did it.
That's a hit. 4/4.
And that is all I'm gonna do.
All right, I keep looking at your stacks, Blinkshaw. Like, surely you can't be this. Yeah, no, that's Blinkshaw. Balin.
I will take a step up, and again I will boom.
Yes. All right. Well, even without the booming, it was weak enough to where that is enough to slay this one as well. As another of their ethereal forms becomes discorporeal, it just kind of fades away.
And that was 5, 10, 15, 20. I hide behind this door right here. Since I killed it and didn't have a need to disengage for once in my life, I will use my bonus action to hide, which is something that can do. And that's it for me.
Well, you need to make a stealth check if you're gonna hide.
Oh, right. I just thought we assumed it was a 1 and just moved on with our lives. It's a 4 or 5, yeah, great.
Ashra.
It's close.
All right. 5, 10, 15. Whoa! I can't move my character. Why can't I?
Up through
Something.
there's a wall in there.
I want
there's
the
a-
bit.
What?
Like move it through my space. Instead of Facebook.
I can't move it past. I can't move it.
There. Like move it up and then to the right.
Oh, okay. No, I can't move it up either.
Ah.
I can't. It's being weird.
Can you move it between Phil Dennis and myself?
No, I can't. I
Can
can't
you
move
move
it
it
at
all?
all.
Move it?
No, I can't move it at all.
Can you move it down? Alright.
Whoa! Now I can't see the map. Okay, there we
To
go.
the left now, y'all.
By the way, Chris, you and I are the only ones old enough to get that reference.
I know that song.
No, I meant MySpace.
Oh.
Oh
MySpace.
yeah.
No, you're not.
Talking about.
All right, I
Yes,
was able to
well.
move up. Okay, now I can move. All right, I don't know what the problem is.
You
Okay.
guys will all be in my top 8, even Tashra.
Yay! Is that because you only have 8 friends? I had 2.
Only if Somebody wouldn't get it.
He wishes he had it.
Well, despite the comedy of errors, Talon's gonna miss on this one.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just gonna take Gurgle out of initiative because at this point he's just gonna run over here to the side of the room and is laying down, dodging. He's taking a very droop approach to this encounter. Well, it does. They just come to the Phantom Warrior's turn because now, even with Tashra deleted, they still get a turn. And he's gonna take a swipe at both Blinkshaw and Tashra and hit both of you, hitting Blinkshaw for 6 and hitting Tashra for 10 force damage
Yeesh.
with his ethereal longsword. Before we come back to Phil Dennis,
I want to do a leap of faith off the bed.
make an acrobatic check.
I'll do that too. Fine.
Oh my god.
Just crushing it.
Take that.
I said acrobatics, not athletics, so it's
Oh,
not
my
good.
bad.
So with the 10, you're fine.
Yeah, 10. And then my attack.
So Phil Dennis just kind of leaps his gnomish legs. He gets like 5 feet and just lands, and then runs up to him and takes a swipe at him anyways, which is gonna hit for 3 points of damage.
That's just such a hilarious image in my head right now.
Secretly, Phil Dennis believes he should have been a fighter. Blinkshaw.
Right?
Stop showing me up, Phil Dennis. Oh, come on.
He got the same roll as me. Exact
No,
same roll as me.
I've rolled a 1d8. I've rolled a 4, a 1, and a 2.
I was playing this weekend and on a D10 and a D6. I rolled 2 1s, 2 1s, and a 1 on the D10. So I don't want to hear it with the luck that I was having. Balin,
All right.
the creature in the corner has been kind of surrounded and blocked off by your allies.
That's true, but I am leaping from hiding, and even though it will have cover, I assume it's surprised by me, so I can throw a dagger with advantage.
What was your stealth check?
20 or
It
16.
was 16. Yes, it does not seem to.
It's like the-
It seems to have lost track of you as you ran out of the room, more focused
I
on your
rolled
allies.
It's like that
It is-
challenge
it is
where
a
you
ranged attack, sure.
you hold up the blanket and then you drop the blanket and you're not in the hallway anymore and the dog is like, what? Where'd it
Ta-da!
go? Walks out of the room, walks back into the room.
Except for this one just wasn't even paying attention to you in the first place.
Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
All right, well that's gonna hit.
So it was a
Only for 12. Can I throw a sec? Well, no, throwing a second dagger would suck. So that's all I got, so I might as well.
Okay, 6 points of damage. We come back to Tashra's turn.
Alright,
Alright, I'll just go back and hide again.
since it seems to be working, I'm gonna do it again.
Unfortunately, it's gonna miss.
Oh, okay.
15 is not enough to hit. When we come back to their turn, you have missed, but with your flaming sword, it's gonna take a swing at Phil Dennis and the Blinky.
Shield.
It's gonna. Well, I was gonna say it's going to hit you, Phil Dennis. And what is your armor class with your shield?
21.
21, because right now it says I'm looking at your thing and it says your armor class is 12.
Well, that armor class there, and then on my side it says mage armor, which I have up to 16.
All right, well that misses both of you then, because it rolled a double natural 1 against Blinkshaw.
Yeah.
Phil Dennis.
I will do it again, but I won't jump this time.
Just stab.
You missed horribly.
Damn. All right,
Blinkshaw.
not working anymore.
I try a jump cut down on the top of his head, trying to imitate Phil Dennis.
What's
That
the
hits.
axe?
Oh, come on!
It's like Phil Dennis hits.
Exactly.
You do it with a super telegraph, so he's gonna pull his back and he's gonna cut down into his foot. And if it was a corporeal creature, it'd probably hurt like hell, but it just kind of looks at you like he doesn't quite understand what's going on. Balin.
So I just remembered I still must have Spider climb up because that's how I got Gurgle in here and I haven't taken damage in this room. That's weak. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Up on the wall is 25, and I'll be like right where Phil Dennis is to swing on this guy with my stuff.
I can't wait till you fall on Phil Dennis.
And miss horribly.
Oh damn it! I thought 12 was good. It wasn't before.
12 is
Oh,
not
wait,
a
I was-
hit.
Did my 13 stealth get me hidden?
Throwing a dagger from stealth? Sure. Running into the room and climbing up on the wall? That was a lot easier to notice.
He's very busy with 3 other people.
He is not unaware, and you are literally just running across the middle of the room and up onto a wall next to him.
And you're not surprised I walked on the wall? Okay, that's fine. That's
Throwing a dagger from stealth, I would give you that because you're doing it from a hidden position. But if you literally run into the room when he's in the middle of combat, no.
All right. Well, from up, I will then huck a dagger at it, or I'll stab it with a dagger.
You cast Booming Blade. You did not make an
Oh,
attack
yeah,
action.
right.
You used a spell.
Fair point. Okay, I disengage, go behind Phil Dennis.
All right, you can disengage and drop down behind Phil Dennis. Tashra.
All right, we'll try this again since there's not much else to do.
And
So defeated until she crits it to death. As yes, Tower finally strikes true, piercing through its body, and the last of these three ethereal beings just kind of discorporates and disappears.
Thank Valkyr.
party vote. Girl's not allowed to talk until he makes up for triggering that trap on purpose. I vote yay.
Should we leave
For
before
once,
the other ones come back?
I agree with Balin.
No, I think that is that's all of them.
Why? I remember seeing like 3 like flee from fleeing terror.
Oh, did you turn them, Blink Show?
I did.
Oh. Well. Yeah, let's go to a different part of the castle.
I say
just-
we just... Can we not explore anymore?
Let's at least look at the rooms that we just tripped the traps for. Maybe there was something there that
All
was
right.
guarding.
Isn't
I'll
there
give you
another
that.
trap on the other side of the hallway?
Yeah, that wall of stone's still there.
Go spider climb around.
Staff. You just climbed
And-
on a wall.
I
And it
mean,
was your
and
idea
what? Like
anyway.
unlock the door? It's a fucking wall of stone. Only I can go in. I mean, I'll go look, but
Yeah, just
Yeah,
go
yeah.
look. You just go look.
great. Okay.
All right, the
How
group
many
is
rounds
staying
did
in the
that
room
fight?
for the moment.
Uh,
I don't
just-
fucking know. I'm gonna
Well,
say it
just
took
do it,
around. It's gonna. I'll say it took maybe. Because there were several rounds there at the end. At the, I don't know, maybe 6 rounds.
Okay, I just want to. Time is frozen. All right, yeah, never mind. Spider climb is 1 hour. I thought it was 1 minute. Okay. I will. Going very
I'll hold the
slow.
blade
In
just in
fact,
case.
I'm gonna go ahead and hide. It's a 1, right?
Make a stealth check.
Ooh.
It's a 1.
2. Can't see anything out here. Is that supposed to be like that? Is that supposed to be this dark? yeah,
It
yeah,
is
it's
that
fine.
dark.
It was just the dynamic lighting. Peep around over here. Is there anything in this room?
Looking in this room, it is a room littered with the wreckage of ancient bunk beds.
But can I see any of the turned?
You do not see
Uh,
any ghosts.
Okay, still being sneaky. I'm gonna once around the room. As that's perception, just to look for anything of value.
All right, make your perception check. Nothing.
All right, I'm gonna take
That's
a look out this
another
window.
3 or 4 minutes of you searching.
Yep, I'm gonna take a look out this window to see if I can spot any of the things.
Lost
And
to the
whether or not
day. This one is not actually here.
Okay, that's why I saw that and was kind of curious.
That was just a turn tracker.
Okay, going through this room. Anything in the hallway?
The hallway appears to be bare, but the wall of stone is still largely intact. From this side, it doesn't look like anything has happened to it.
Should we start venting at that stone there, Blinkshaw?
No,
probably
I
take
don't
a
wanna hurt
while.
my. I don't want to hurt my axe.
You have mason tools.
I will look at the stone with my mason's tools to see if I can
Find the
pull
chink.
one stone out and Jenga the rest.
Chisel
Make
a
a
face
Mace's
into it.
tools check.
All right.
Looks like I can use it.
You think that because this was created by a magical force, while it does follow the standard rules for stone, it is not going to be so shoddily put together.
Nope, can't take it apart. We'll wait for Balin.
If you had a solid hammer and a couple of minutes to work at it, you could probably knock it down.
I got a couple of minutes. I'm taking my time over here looking at stuff.
I do have a miner's pick.
That'll work. Probably.
Don't know
So,
how-
reference, if you wanted to make attack rolls against this thing with you would do double damage to it. Because
I thought
basically
it
it gives
was
you...
only-
basically, you have siege equipment, because proficiency in Mason's tools gives you double damage to stone structures.
Huh.
Okay.
I mean, Do we really want to make that much noise in here?
Everyone knows we're here.
All right, I'll use my.
Every
I'm
time I
gonna
hit
use
someone with
Hugh.
my sword, it makes a thunderclap. For God's sakes.
I'll use my miner's pick to start chiseling away.
All right, so you start chiseling away at this. That's gonna take some time.
Yep, I'm gonna chisel until there's a Balin-sized hole, or until he wanders around the door behind us. What are you guys doing?
All right. Well, they're doing that, Balin. You can hear tink, tink, tink coming from the other side of the wall. So clearly they're doing something.
You can hear Balin from the hallway on the other side saying, like, legendary axe, the Hugh, slowly chops away at the stone wall. Just making fun of how ineffective it is usually. I'm trying to think of this. Do I need to have spell slots to cast a ritual?
No.
Okay. So I will stand by the wall on this side where I already know that if there's a trap, it's already tripped. And why? Yeah, I'm having the same movement issues. And I'll try and see if they can hear me and just kind of say, I'm going to detect magic on the other door to see if the same trap exists, but it's going to take me a minute to cast. I have to do it ritually.
Okay.
Tink,
Can you hear
tink.
me through the stone? Or yeah, maybe they don't answer. Do I hear Tasha say okay?
I mean, it's muffled, but it's not like this is blocking all sound.
Okay. I will use an action to summon Archimedes and say, you keep an eye out. I'm doing ritual stuff.
He looks back and forth down the hallway. Sure.
Good bird.
Is that what Archimedes sounds like?
Yeah, you
No.
never heard Archimedes talk? It is.
No, I don't think so. Maybe I haven't. I don't remember. Never mind.
His voice is not
Continue.
typically that deep.
It's been a
Yeah.
while.
That's true, but it's definitely a smarmy. I used it for my familiar last night, but it's definitely like a kind of a smarmy dude.
It's like he keeps
Okay.
dying and keeps like aging anytime he dies. He's like a second puberty.
Yeah.
I don't
So
know,
while
but
he's
now
watching,
the universe. I've now got 3 characters and 3 campaigns that use a weasel/ferret, and every single one of them has the same voice as Charles.
Charles.
So the Mike Tyson, that's my universal weasel now, just because it's so easy to remember.
Aw.
And some of them are less than enthused with it. It was not what they were expecting when they created a familiar.
Yeah. So I will cast detect magic ritually and
Alright.
let Archie.
So you start to
be at the
cast
lookout.
this spell. As you are casting the spell, about 3-4 minutes into you casting it, the wall of stone just disappears.
Cool.
Tink.
Telepathically.
Right,
I'm like,
rocks
yeah, I
left.
know it's them. I'm telling Archimedes they're fine. It's okay. And you guys just see Balin scribbling away and doing a ritual while Archimedes sits on his shoulder, looking nervous as always because he seems to always die.
You
with
just see
something.
Bailey, like, he's got his back up against the wall of stone, and it just kind of disappears, and he just, like, kind of leans backwards, not realizing it. But there appears to be nothing blocking in between you and the wall now.
Really,
Much love for
Balin?
the ritual.
Did you
At this point, your detect magic would have worn off, Phil Dennis.
Balin? Did
I
you,
can't see past the hallway.
Balin, did you search everything
That's
back
because
here?
there's still the enemy fighting.
There we go.
Can't talk ritualing.
Oh my god.
Can I talk while ritualing?
Nope.
In that case,
I hate to take a break so quickly, but I'm being called away for something.
oh no, we're
Okay. Well, I was gonna go to the bathroom real quick anyways. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna
Okay.
fill up my wine and have a cigarette.
we'll check work email. So there.
I'm gonna check my MySpace page. Tom still likes me.
I hope so.
Can someone just ping Discord if they come back before I do? I'll just run back.
Okay.
Thanks. Bye.
I wonder if Lake ever got the undead weasel token yet.
Oh, that's right.
Mhm.
That thing was nasty.
I was gonna do it like 5 games ago, but we got too busy in the game.
Yeah, where is my food? I ordered food, and I ordered from DoorDash,
Oh,
where you can actually check to see where it is. And it looks like the answer is not even picked up yet.
oh, how long ago was it?
Oh, not very long after we started.
Oh, okay.
It was more just hoping because I'm starving. I got a whole bunch of sushi.
Is that what you ordered?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hello.
Sure.
Oh, never doing that again. Curly, do you know any languages besides English?
No, but my brother speaks Swedish.
How do you say "How are you" in Swedish?
I don't know. My brother speaks it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you should ask your brother.
I know how to say plate, as in like dinner plate.
That works.
Talrikar, I think. Something like
What
that.
is it? What is it?
Talrikar.
All right.
I
And
found out
I remember that because, oh, well. Time to
Talrikar.
stop playing again.
No,
Now
no.
you know Swedish word.
I just came back to tally car, and I'm really confused what the hell everybody's talking about.
It's Swedish for plate, as in like a dinner plate.
Uh-huh.
At Westbaraskebat,
What?
it is getting darker in Latin.
this is something totally different.
I know a little Latin. Anyway,
Puella est sub arbore.
I
You're
knew
playing The
that first
Sims?
Huh?
Playing The Sims?
So,
No, the girl is under the tree.
like, they could overhear me, or we could hear Gurgle on the other side of the wall before in the fight. So they hear me say I'm casting a ritual.
I mean, again, it's
Tashra
yelling
answered,
through a
so-
solid stone wall, so it's less
But
I assume.
Tashra said, okay. So I mean, like,
I assumed
yeah,
I
well,
could hear him.
it's wife, yeah.
screaming is the prerequisite for this, because again, you're kind of yelling across a solid stone wall.
Okay.
It's not stealthy by any means, is what I'm basically saying.
Okay, that's fine. No, then I didn't hear it, and whatever. That's fine. I was just curious, but yeah.
It's alright,
still
I know what
casting.
you're doing. Once the
Yeah.
wall disappears.
Balin, did you walk through this door?
Am I done my ritual yet?
No. The wall came down about 3 or 4 minutes into your ritual.
Okay.
I would assume so. That window over there is open. Seems like the closest entrance.
He could have come in one of these windows. We'll
Hmm.
wait for him.
I sit down on the floor and wait.
So you all just wait the 10 minutes. As he just kind of ritually continues to go through this, Phildennis. Now that you're sitting here watching somebody else do something with this, you realize, so this is what it feels like all the times I wanted to cast Detect Magic as a ritual. Or any ritual for that matter.
I don't know, I
Don't
seem a
worry.
little happier.
I like your hut.
He seems to be like kind of constipated looking.
But nothing comes to bother you if the, even though you know that your turn undead has long since worn off, it doesn't seem like the undead themselves have immediately come back to cause any issues with you all.
Did Finlandus fall asleep? Or somebody was snoring?
That
Oh,
was
it
me
was Blink Shaw.
Oh, okay.
joking about waiting.
I know, I was gonna mess with you while you're sleeping.
I was gonna do that too.
that
I was like, I have some rations. Let me see if I can poke in his beard, see if we can find it later.
That would just make me so happy.
Okay.
All right, what do you see, Balin?
I'm waiting for Lake to tell me I have this done.
Well, the thing that you see is that as you look to both ends of the corridor, there's still magic at the either end of them.
I turn to Blinkshaw and I'm like, don't move, or you're going to trigger the other one.
All right. Can
Wait a
you go
minute.
check out the other place? The other room?
That one's going to have the same trap. We're all aware
No,
of that,
the other
right?
room. Go through the window.
I will. I'm just saying that might also trigger the trap. There, it's on that door. But I mean, I don't know. Does the magic extend like out the window, or is it just in the hallway?
You only see it in the hallway.
Okay, I don't see it outside. Even if I look,
Would I know what kind of magic this is? Like, since
You
it went
haven't
off
cast
already?
detect magic.
I'll make an Arcana check if I need to.
I mean, it's the same magic you saw before. It's conjuration, hazy conjuration
Okay.
magic.
So I mean, it looks like this. I mean, I made that assumption in character a minute ago. I'm like, it looks like the same magic.
Well, I mean the spell itself, but
It's probably the same wall of stone, but I can try and go out and around to go look around. I didn't find anything in that room, and just to make a point, I don't know if by walking around it, it's going to trigger or not. I'm just telling you, it's definitely there, and it's about 5 feet in front of Blinkshaw. So please don't fall forward.
I won't move. But why don't the rest of us get in here so we're together as a group, just in case?
Oh, and I'm Gurgle.
And you can go
Yeah.
out and around.
All right, doing my part. I will get rid of my detect magic because they're both concentration. I will mark off another spider climb. I'm now certain Blinkshaw's trying to eliminate me.
push him.
I shake my head and I'm just like, you guys are obsessed with treasure. This is not worth it.
As he's going out the door, I cast Cure Wounds on myself, just in case.
Okay.
As I'm going out the window, I kind of looked at Tasha and I'm like, I'm actually in full agreement with you for a change. Strahd is frozen over, and I climb out the window.
All right, you climb out the window. One of the windows is broken, so it's easy enough to climb out that one and make your way around with the spider climbing.
I'm
Looking
going
at these
super
windows,
careful.
Yes.
First of all, I'm looking around, and so is Archimedes. Are we in the clear here? Perception. And I will roll them both.
Make a perception check.
Yeah, I'm terrified. Can he just help me do perception, or should I roll them both?
He can help you do it, sure.
Doesn't he just get advantage?
Yeah, he does just get advantage. I guess I'll do that. I just hate opening things. Hold on. Opening things. Stupid opening things.
Wait.
Clicking the mouse.
All right, you see nothing.
I definitely see nothing, but Archimedes sees nothing. Okay. I'm very, very carefully, and like as I come up to the edge, I'm kind of anchoring my hand on the windowsill and just putting one tippy toe on the outside of the wall. I'm trying to walk around the magic as best I can. What happens when I step here?
When you step there, nothing as far as you can tell.
I was totally waiting for you to say that there were like 10 more ghosts.
Yep. Terrified.
A box
Terrified.
appears on the outside of the building, trapping Balin inside. Nothing
what?
can help him now.
Snake.
well.
Blinkshaw giggles.
Let's just leave it here.
You confusing our character names is going to pay off one day when you kill Blinkshaw, and I told you. And Blinkshaw steps on the trap, and the attacker and the Tarask eats him, and I'm like, you said Blinkshaw, it counts, legally binding.
Realizes it's still hungry and goes back for Balin.
Oh well, at least I took him with me. I will. In fact, I'm not going to shatter it because, damn it, I'm a rogue. I'm going to Jimmy open a window with my thieves' tools if I can, or at least cut like a Balin-shaped outline to, be
Make a
discreet.
thief souls check.
These, okay.
The
Just to
windows
be
are fairly
discreet.
dirt covered. You can kind of make out some of what looks inside this room, but it's fairly difficult to see what's inside.
Mission Impossible.
With the 15, you can start to cut open, the bottom of the window frame, pull it out the window, and just kind of toss it down to the ground below. Falling on the grass. The grass is thick enough it doesn't immediately shatter, and you can kind of creep in through the bottom of this window.
From the windowsill. I can't recast detect magic, so when I had detect magic up before, was the magic in the other room or just in front of the door?
You didn't notice anything, but you also don't know if you just weren't close enough.
I know it's within 30 feet, and I was within 30 feet, and the door was open.
Not the
See
entire
through
room.
wall, I think.
No, but I mean, like, was there magic on the other side of the trap? I'm just trying to determine if I step into this room, do I trigger the trap, or just in front of the door? And so I'm using.
For that reference, you could see that it didn't go past the doorway.
Okay. In that case, again, I will gingerly put one tippy toe down on the floor and suddenly look around like I'm going to be attacked.
Make a stealth check. All right.
Okay. And I am not currently attacked?
Nothing has come out to horribly mutilate you, no.
Okay. And then
Darn.
because, yeah, and I will again look over this room and I'll have Archimedes help me on this because I don't think he knows what the fuck to look for. So I'll just call it advantage. Really, I just want to roll 2 6s instead of 2 3s and a 6, but is that okay?
Sure.
Boom, baby.
All right.
I find Strahd.
Looking
Dead.
around. Yeah, if only you were so lucky.
The
No,
second-
but instead, as you were searching around here, you see that this room is in much the same state. Tattered and faded drapes cover the window. Actually, tattered and faded drapes cover the windows of the circular room, and empty torch sconces line the walls. Broken bunk beds and armor stands are strewn all over the floor. But as you were searching the floor, you see that as you pull up one of the blankets, you can see that there appears to be a small coffer set under a lot of the wreckage of one of the bunk beds. Kind of squished underneath what appears to be rubble and refuse.
Ooh. Does it, without touching it, can I tell if it's locked right away, or does it appear to have a lock?
It doesn't appear to have a lock, but it does appear to have a latch.
Okay.
But to move it out of there would require a fair bit of noise just trying to get the rubble off of it.
Okay. Now, ruminating over my own moral progress I've made, I will attempt to message Blinkshaw. I'm not sure if I can get through the door, but I think that's less than a foot of stone, right?
The door was already opened.
Not on this side, it wasn't. Unless it was automatically
The
open.
mage hand was used to open both doors.
Oh, I missed that.
Yep.
Okay. I will message Blinkshaw and say, and whisper, found something. I don't know if I grab it, it's going to bring more, but I'm going to grab it because at least then we, died for something.
You're
Do
kind of
you
over
approve?
here, by the way.
And that's why we're searching the rooms. Sounds good.
Okay. Or do you want to whisper again? Or do you want to wait another 10 minutes for me to cast Detect Magic?
Oh my god.
Okay,
Until you
never
get
mind, I'm
back.
just grabbing it. It's like, never mind. Blinkshaw's impatient, and I will surreptitiously grab it and make my way out the door window, assuming nothing horrible happens. to
So
me.
you reach down, you kind of grab the chest. It's not difficult to pry free. It's just kind of, as you pull it free, a lot of the wood kind of clatters down. And as you turn around, you see as one of these phantom warriors has just kind of appeared and is now staring at you in the face. I would like for everybody to re-roll me initiative, please.
Nice job.
And
Thanks,
looking around the
Butch.
room, it appears the ones that were returned to their original resting spot.
Oh.
Somebody click the "You are here" to
Yeah,
roll
I know.
initiative.
That was
I
me.
wonder who that would be.
Why did you do that? Alright, so let's drag Tatra over and let's drag Phil Dennis
Hang on.
over. Now click your tokens, guys. Click the "You are here."
That was great.
I gotta zoom in. I've got all my stuff. Alright.
I'll use the same initiative I rolled before, of course.
Yes, that is what you do. That's because there's only 3 of them. I'm trying something fun where I'm going to roll initiative for each of them because that's just more fun for me.
That was funny.
Let's not
Alrighty.
go at the same time.
No,
Here we
but
go
they're
again.
Nope.
Alright, so one rolled a natural 1. The other 2 are a little quicker on that. As you kind of pull the box free, turn around, this one is already drawing its sword to swing at you there, Balin. Fortunately, you're not surprised because it didn't see fit to attack you before you realized it was there. Which is good because that first attack roll had a natural 20 in it. Instead, it's just an 18, which I believe is going to hit you
It would, because I'm out of freaking spell slots. Yeah.
for 6 force damage.
Ow. Who looks scarier, the one that just hit me or the one over there?
All of them appear to be fully rested.
Uh,
They do not appear to have taken any damage.
There's always a chance I don't get hit, right? Womp womp. That's not true. But I'll uncanny dodge anyway.
All right, so instead of 6, you take 3. We come next to
The one that
okay,
creates.
most stakes. So that was this one. So this one would have moved over because obviously, yes. So this next one is the one right next to you.
Can't save for 3 damage.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a DC 10.
Boom.
What you make?
Nailed
Alrighty.
it.
This one's going to make 2 attacks against you as well. Missing twice. Phil Dennis.
God. Yeah.
I hold my action with the welfare blade I still have. In case one gets
Okay.
close to me, I'll hit him.
Alright. Blink shot.
I will step here, and oh hey, it looks like you got some people in there. And guiding bolt one of them, the one there.
Okay. Alrighty, that'll hit.
Oh hells yeah!
That'll hit for 14.
14 radiant, and I'll yell, "Hit that one!"
It glows, Balin.
Step back up because I don't want.
You're
I can't
currently
believe I
holding this
kicked-
box.
Yes, I am. I obviously have a free hand. I can't believe that I care this much about a skill that I can create at will, but Archimedes has had a rough enough time that I will not have him help me. I'm going to let him stay out there. I'm going to boom the guy ahead of me. That's not going to work.
No.
And then I will disengage.
Actually, you have advantage because
Advantage
guiding
on
bolt.
that
Oh, fantastic. It'll still miss.
It'll still miss.
Yeah, my life is horrible. Disengage. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go up, if possible, or like, can I go up and around so I don't step on the floor?
You could certainly try to run up along the roof and the ceiling.
Okay, so that would get me like here, but not on the floor.
Yes, the trap still goes off
Ah.
as the wall of stone comes back up once more.
It's okay. We knocked out that window earlier. Yeah, this is fine. We have a group here. We're good.
That's right.
But no more ghosties?
You all look
Okay.
around and realize Gurgle's on the other side of the wall.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, he's not taking up a space.
Not again!
Yeah, as I'm running, I'm gonna scream, Phil Dennis, fireball the fuck out of that room!
Yeah, about that.
Ostra's turn.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna give Valen a death glare. I'm just gonna step to the side a little bit. And can I? What's the range? Hang on. Ruler. 45. Okay. I'm gonna do a sacred flame.
Sacred flame.
I didn't
Sacred
know. I didn't hear that message.
Bum, 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 bum.
Sacred
It's a
flame.
success. He dodges out of the way. That's unfortunate.
Okay.
Anything else?
I guess I'm gonna healing word Blankshaw since he's a little lower than I am.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
4 for Linshaw. Alright, we come to the Phantom Warriors. As they just begin to float their way on over here, passing through the wall and getting right on next to you. As another one attacks you. Alright, 2 attacks on you, good sir. 2 hits on you, good sir.
They're both hits.
The first, yes, they're both hits. The first is 6 force damage.
Okay.
Con save.
Alright. Well, I spun the trap anyway, so it's not too bad. Safe.
Alright, so your feet immediately detach from the ceiling. You fall 10 feet and land quite kind of on your head and on your shoulders on the floor for 4 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
The second hit hits you for 10 force damage.
Now that I'll uncanny dodge if I can.
Alrighty.
So that's.
So you just kind of hit the
15
ground, still
on
holding
that.
the box. You look up, it's swinging again. You kind of roll over and it hits you in the back. So that's
10
5 force
for-
damage from
So total was 15.
there. The total was 6 and 5, so 11.
Oh, okay. 25.
And then 4 from the fall, so 15. Yes.
Oh, okay. Oof.
Okay, we go on to the next creature. As this Phantom Warrior floats over, it is going to take 2 attacks against you as well.
What are you doing, Goodness?
Probably prone, so I'm dead.
Yes. Well, one has a 19, and that's going to hit for 5 force, and the other one manages to miss, even with advantage.
Cool.
The last one floats over and is going to do the same.
Mm-hmm.
This one's going to hit with twice for 4 and 4 for another total of 8. As they roll so poorly on all those d8s, I got so many ones. Phil Dennis.
I run in.
Are you unconscious?
Yeah. I only had 20. I had 28 health points. And...
I clicked you and I saw a 0. I'm like, hold on, you're unconscious? I didn't hear you say you're unconscious. Okay, apparently.
Yeah, I'm down. I
Bailey just kind of, you see, he was kind of rolling back and forth trying to avoid these swings, and now he just kind of stops rolling, hugging the box that is that he pulled out of the room.
My last words are, don't. It's Blinkshaw, this is all your fault. Don't share it with Tashra. And I died.
From the other side of the wall, you just hear, is everything okay?
Don't share it
That's a
with
pretty girl,
Tashra.
actually. Pretty girl.
I will go there and smite the Phantom. Woofer bleep.
Yes.
No. And I'll sit there, act scared because I am.
All right, Blinkshaw.
I will come up and let's do a nice little cure wounds on Mr. Balin.
Wow, there you go.
That's a good one.
At level 1. Max.
I was
that is
waiting
the
for
max.
Blinkshaw to be like, God damn it, a 14, really? It's like, it's the highest you can get.
Yep, that is
Wow.
the max for level 1.
That's a good one. I'm happy with that.
And then with my bonus action, I'm gonna do nothing.
All right. I use my bonus action to specifically stand here and just contemplate this situation I'm in. Balin, you are awake with 14 hit points, but prone on the ground and a box still in your hands.
Yep. Oh, I'm keeping the box. I might pull a Tasha and jump out that window and just run away with it. I'm really rethinking this whole Frozen Cloak Incorporated decision I've made. I will stand up, losing half my movement.
I'm just going to retire one what's in the box, guys. It'll be fine.
Yeah. What's in the box?
Now that Phil Dennis owes
Yeah,
owes Bliss.
and Phil Dennis absolves my depths. This is actually probably the most in the black I'll ever be. Yeah, I will stand up. That's half my movement, right?
Yes.
Now the ultimate question: do more damage or boom one of them later?
Well, that brings up the ever-living question. When you fell unconscious, you technically dropped everything you were carrying. So what do you pick up, the box or your weapon?
I can't pick up both.
No.
Could I use my bonus action to pick up the box?
If you wanted to do that, I'd let you do that. Yes.
All right. Yeah, then that will be my bonus / interact with object.
You beat me to it.
So you reach over, heal Valen with one hand, and grab the box with the other.
The out of character dickhead in me wants my action to be mine and then you for the box, but even Balin's smart. He's not that he's that obnoxious, but he's also not that stupid. So now that the box is in reasonably safe hands, I suppose I pick my weapon up.
Okay.
So,
You're still surrounded by 3 of these things.
I know. I'm trying to decide if I want to boom it or just give 2 damage because they're going to go around the walls and they'll probably go after whoever has the box. Fantastic. I'm going Green Flame Blade. Which one's been hit? Anyone?
The one, it's hard to tell because these creatures are incorporeal. Their bodies don't really show visible wounds.
All right. I will. I'm gonna whack this one because he hit me first and he's a dick.
Okay.
With Green Flame Blade. That's not an attack roll.
Actually, yeah, that's not an
That's
attack
just
roll.
damage.
It's like, I saw a 14. I'm like, that's not a hit.
Yeah.
All right, 26 is gonna hit.
Yeah, that's for 10 plus. That's 18 down to 9 plus. He takes another 7 fire, so 16 total. That's after reduction. Unless he's also good with fire damage.
Let's double check. It does not seem that fire is inhibited against them.
Okay, so fire looks normal.
Fire looks fine.
Okay, so 16 damage to this guy and 10 fire to this guy. And then my
Alrighty.
bonus, I will disengage. 1 through Blinkshaw's extra movement, so that's Is that as far as I can go? With
You
15
can
feet?
get like 5 more feet.
I'm taking out the feats I can get. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
All right, Tashra.
All right. I'm gonna throw another sacred flame.
Alrighty, another deck save.
There's.
Both times I have saved against this. The first time it was a natural 16 and a 1. This time it's a natural 15 and a 1. And unfortunately, they continue to save against your Sacred Flame.
I just growl and lightning kind of spills out of my mouth a little bit.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
You still had your bonus action, but otherwise we come to the Phantom Warriors.
That was a. Can I bonus action heal Balin?
Yeah.
So
You still got
healing
spell
word-
slots, you can.
Yeah, I can. Healing word level. Let's do level 2.
Oof.
The healing word is, I'm so upset with you!
Even though it's not a lot of healing,
so-
it's a little healing.
That's broken because I'm fairly certain you're supposed to get your wisdom modifier in that, so you
Yeah.
shouldn't be able to get a 1.
Oh,
So
okay.
it should be a.
I don't know what I did wrong with this.
It should be a +3, so it should be 6. Or sorry, it should be 7.
4 plus.
Still mad at him.
Well, even though it's not a lot of healing, I feel a little bit of healing. Okay, you can.
Excellent. This one swings twice at Fildenus. It hits him once.
Shield.
Misses. This one is up next, and this one's going to move closer and attempt to hit the person with the box. Hits once, hitting you for 9 force damage.
Okay, owie,
This one phases through the wall, making easy progress around, and is going to get to here. And seeing that there is some kind of magic protecting the tiny little gnome, he's going to go after... Well, this is the one that originally came up behind you, Bahalen, so he's going to go after you. And he's going to hit you once with a 19 for 6 force damage.
They just get all the hits. I will.
Well, you say that, and literally there was 6 attacks and only 3 hit. So all the hits
I
is
will,
relative.
I will reduce that, but doesn't matter.
All right, 3 force damage. Fildenus.
I will attempt to keep hitting the one right in front of me. Yeah.
When you say right in front of you, that doesn't mean anything. Okay, left
That
of
one.
you.
The original right in front.
That misses. Blinkshaw.
I'll look around and I think have we even hit anybody yet?
Yes. Not that
I
you,
said-
looking at them, it would be obvious, no.
They're on fire.
Oh, that's right. The one that stepped up.
Oh, they're
to
on
me.
fire?
They were not on fire, no.
They
They
were
were hit by fire.
I'm on fire. Balin, which one did you go for? The top or the bottom, or the one next to you?
I hit the one in front of Fildenus for the most, or initially, and then I spat fire damage on the one that's attacking me right now. I think.
The one that I saw you attack is the one I'm gonna go for.
Oh, that's the one in to
next
the left of Fildenus.
Left of Fildenus. In front of Fildenus. Doesn't matter. That took a long time to do.
Balin, unless you got a bonus action.
I will. I'll bonus action spiritual weapon.
I just deleted your shield, like literally right
Why would you
before this
delete
combat
that?
started. Because I didn't think about it. Alrighty, there is the Captain America shield,
Merci.
Captain Helm as it is. There is control of Blinkshaw, and he can move it as he so desires.
There it goes. Nope, and done.
Misses as well. Balin.
I had a plan. That shield throws it off, but I don't think the shield's gonna do a lot of moving. Blinkshaw, can I web your shield up?
Okay,
I'll-
sure.
That'll help. I mean, yeah,
I figured the shield's gonna stay there. They can keep whacking on stuff while they're strained, and it doesn't take damage. So, I'm just making sure I have enough charges for this.
It's incorporeal, so I don't think it'll do anything.
that's
Oh,
all
even better. All right, I'm going to grab my spider stick, and I'm going to web. I gotta start drawing some shit. So it's 20-foot cube. Can I move my token back into that room just to make sure I have the anchor points remembered correctly?
So you're drawing. I'm guessing you're going to draw it.
Yeah, I wanted to include these guys, obviously. So
it's going to look something like this.
With the 2 anchor points, yeah, that's what I'm going for.
All right. So the web fills the room and just passes right through them.
They're also incorporeal, I guess. All right.
Does not seem to have any effect on them. Nor does it seem to have any effect on the shield.
Okay.
I just wanted to save you some time so you didn't be like, all right, let's look this up for like 5 minutes only to find it doesn't affect them. So yeah, that's your action.
And yeah, that's fine. And before I take my bonus action, when I cast detect magic earlier, was the trap on the right-hand side still glowing magical? Like,
Yes.
can it be triggered again?
It was still glowing, yes.
Okay. In that case, I will disengage. I will go here, and I will have Archimedes swoop in. Where the hell is he? There we go. And he can't help me defend myself, so he will help Tashra attack that one. And I'll tell you, the owl is going to help you attack that one. He's going to fly over there and bug it. Where the hell did the token go?
You moved it over top of you.
Son of a bitch. Yeah. Archimedes helping you attack that one.
Tashra.
If I was as much of an asshole as Tasha is, I would totally attack a different one. But but I'm not going to. So 5, 10, 15. I'm gonna
What do you
attack
have
this.
against my bird?
I don't have anything against your bird. Tasha
Guilt
has
by
it.
association.
Oh, but I have advantage, don't I?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
Yes. So 19 is going to hit for 11 points of damage.
And then
As
for my
Talon
bonus
once again
action,
cuts through with its magical might.
my bonus action will be another healing word for Balin. I love it.
All right. We come back to the horrible ghosties who are going to continue doing what they've been doing, and that is this first one is going to attack the Nomi, hitting him twice.
Yes, a shield.
All right, hitting you once for 9 force damage. Going to the next one. This one's going to keep on swinging at Blinkshaw, hitting you once for 11 force damage.
So it turns out they all are going at the same time anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I rolled initiative for them separately, so it turns out one's at the bottom of the order, but the other 2 at the top. So it just kind of works together. Anyways. Yeah. So you're going to take 11 there, Blinkshaw, and the last one is going to go after the one that just stabbed the shit out of it with the magical sword, and hit you once for 4 force damage.
Okay.
Phil Dennis.
Alright, as far as my knowledge goes, I believe web is flammable, and his web around that ghost, not holding him, but around him. Could I light that on
It's
fire?
technically in the square that he's in, unless Balin saw that it was completely useless and just dropped concentration.
No.
She left
Alright.
it there?
Yeah, it is extremely flammable. It says that in the write-up.
I'd like to cast Prestidigitation and light that square on fire in front of me. To my left.
Deals 2d fire damage, 2d4 fire damage to any creature that starts his turn in the fire.
Isn't this place made out of wood?
No.
No.
Finished stone.
Okay, never mind. I'm sorry.
Alright.
That's what I
So
wanted
he
to do.
casts Prestidigitation and lights the fire on fire. The fire on fire. The web on fire.
Fire is on fire.
It's fighting fire with.
Yes,
with
but it burns,
fire,
burns,
with flaming
burns.
fire.
I did magic!
Yes, Phil Dennis knows magic. Blinkshaw.
Mass healing word, and then I'm going to attack the one to the left of Wilderness.
Okay. That one's currently in a square that appears to be catching on fire.
Oh, will that hurt me if I?
No.
Okay. Then
All right,
I will
everybody gets
continue to
11.
do that.
Yeah.
Grrgle, who is in the other room, is still going to get this because I'm assuming you're keeping him in mind.
Gurgle, I don't think can get it. I think masculine word is C.
Oh, it's inside. Okay, never mind. So he doesn't get it.
Guys, are you sure everything's okay? I mean, I could try and get in there if you really need me to.
Don't fall out the window, Gurgle.
You're not
I
allowed
mean-
to talk.
No promises. Also, fuck you, Balin.
Yeah. We voted. You're still not allowed to talk.
Balin.
I miss when he ran. I have to step away to grab my food, but I will be right back.
That's fine.
Is this one of the ones that I hit with fire earlier? Is it smoldering at all?
Again, they don't seem to keep the wounds and the damage onto them. Their bodies kind of recover.
Right.
So, it doesn't appear that they're healing. It just appears that there isn't any long-lasting damage after you initially, damage them.
Gotcha.
Because they're ghosts.
Yeah.
It's weird.
There's no way to keep telling. Yeah, I don't have anything within 5 feet of him, so this will be a booming blade attack, and Archimedes will help me. Please die, please die, please die.
Archimedes?
Yeah, Archie's right here. Damn it. So 19 reduced is what? 9 or 10?
It's 10 damage total. With the thunder.
Okay. He's never.
Gurgle's voice is a lot easier to do than I thought it'd be.
Yeah, everyone gives Ian too much credit for his roleplay. He sucks.
Wow. Jesus.
Are you recording something?
Yes.
Oh yes, make sure he hears that. And for my bonus action, I will.
This is gonna be great if you guys ever encounter doppelgangers. I know who I'm gonna impersonate now.
Charles.
I will only take one step back with my disengage, as if that guy didn't like what I did to him, he's welcome to step forward and do something about it, and leave
All
my
right,
bird
Tasha.
alone and get his revenge.
Talon.
Miss.
And healing word on myself.
Okay.
Wait. Healing word on Balin. Yeah. Okay. Did that not go?
Did not go. You figure that out while I attack your allies with these creatures.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Healing word.
Alright,
Other
2,
one.
miss. Phil Dennis.
Good.
Oh,
The
there it
next
goes.
one is this one that swings twice, missing, and then critting Blinkshaw.
Ooh, I'll take
That's
the
not a
first one.
fun thing to walk back into.
That's it.
So you get back +4. I don't know if you've already done that or not. But then you're going to lose 16. So you're going to lose a grand total of 12.
But not an unfamiliar thing that you are not used to walking back in on.
So I'll do that, or you do it. If you're eating, it's fine. The one that is completely wounded and totally buggered out and having a hard time is going to swing at the one that keeps missing it with a sword. And I'm going to roll to see how vindictive this thing is feeling, to see if it really wants to swing at the bird that didn't leave its reach.
Well, it couldn't leave its reach, but the guy who attacked it with that booming thunderblade is within its reach.
Nope, it's just going to swing at Tasha twice.
Not good.
Okay.
And miss both times. Phil Dennis.
Okay.
Did I notice that the ghost took damage from fire?
Oh yeah, they
Yes.
should have taken 2d4 fire, right?
Then I'll light the other square below it, in front of a Blinkshaw.
It's hard to tell, but there's definitely flames burning against its incorporeal body, as you light the next one on fire as well.
Yes.
Do we not get to see the damage?
I just rolled 2d4 because I skipped over it, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, I'll do that.
Oh, so we don't get to know it though.
It was 5 damage.
Alright, I just want to know how we're trying to keep track here.
I'm doing more damage that way than with the blade. Okay.
It's your turn. And you're lighting that square on fire, Blinkshaw. The square next to Phil Dennis is burned out. Now the square next to you is on fire.
Oh. Well, I can have up to 3 things active at once.
Well, the flames burn away after a round.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I say, ow! And use Cure Wounds on myself. And then bash the guy with the shield.
Which
Take
one?
those 12 hit points back. The guy to the left of Phil Dennis. Damn it. That's it.
No. All right, with a 14 missing, we come back around to Balin.
Yeah, I keep Archimedes' life in danger a lot, but it's important, damn it. I'll step forward again, and the damn thing will squawk in that guy's ear, and I will smack him for a booming blade again with advantage. Crit, crit, crit for once in my life, crit. Die. So 14 reduced to 7 plus
All
6.
right, that one disappears.
Yay!
And a bonus action, I've already sneak attack. Only because I had a lenient DM last night, I want to make sure I'm not forgetting. Can we assume I picked my daggers up from the last fight, or should I go back and get them and not have throwing daggers right now?
I mean, at no point did you mention you were going to do that.
See, this is why I don't play in other games, because last time I kept mentioning this shit, and the guy's like, I don't give a fuck, just get your shit and go. Like, why are you wasting my time? Okay, I don't have any throwing daggers left then. Thank you, Lake, for making me annoying for every other storyteller, or dungeon master.
Thank you, Lake, for keeping it real and bothering Balin, because that made me so happy right there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start paying Lake double, by the way, because I, despite how strict he is, I value the shit out of him.
I fully am on board with that. and
Every
everything
DM I've
like
ever
that.
had besides Lake is awful.
Yeah,
I will go here.
I appreciate being told that I'm not a sheet GM because I constantly worry if I'm doing good enough as a GM. Like I'm
No,
keeping
you're
like, how can I make things better? I feel like I'm not doing good enough.
I don't want to take up too much more of the game time, but I mean, I paid much more than I paid for this game last night. For a DM whose idea of voice acting is like, I don't know, he probably thinks you're cool or some shit. I don't know. And that was more money. And then let me do whatever I wanted. I'm like, I hate you, and I'm sending like more money tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna move here, and that's it.
I've brought up before too, where I was like, yeah, eventually in the future this price will go up, but that's fine. All right, you move, Tashra.
Okay. I'm gonna Sacred Flame between. Actually, no, I'm gonna Cure Wounds Blinkshaw.
Okay.
I'm doing all the healing today.
But think
There
of
you
how
go.
restful we'll be in those bunks when we take our short rest after this.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Tasha.
No problem.
You want me to let you go forward, and I'll do the healing instead?
Yes.
Okay, I don't have any healing left.
Oh.
Switch with me. Or switch me with Phil Dennis. Make that your action. Just swap us.
Just pick
Blind
up
Dwarven arms.
I just won't
So
get
you
hit
heal
anymore.
him. We come back into the initiative as the one that is next to Phil Dennis continues to whack at him with his longsword, hitting once.
Ow.
All right, 9 force damage to you, good sir. Are you at full health?
Did I get hit last round? I thought you said you missed me.
I was double checking because I know you got hit before. I guess
I think
that was before the mass healing word, wasn't
Yeah,
it? Okay. All right, that makes sense. I was just trying to go back there. Yes, you're going to take 9 force damage from that swing. The one next to Blinkshot continues to whack at him very dutifully, hitting... Not at all, because those two 18s are not enough to hit you. So he misses twice. Phil Dennis.
I will scream on your turn. Get behind me.
I
Neither of
will
us can do. No one can do our job.
And I need to roll 2d4 for the fire damage, which comes out to a 6 damage to this one.
I think I'll watch him burn, then I'll disengage and get away.
All right.
Go way over here. One more square. There it is. And that's the...
Alright. Just to
Not that far. You can get this far. Because you do have to move through Balin.
Oh, yeah.
Blinkshot.
just to bother Balin, I'm gonna go up there. And then swing with you, Grant. Oh, hell yeah!
All right.
Yeah.
So you're gonna step into the swing, works out very well as you crit the crap out of him, and cut through its ethereal form, doing some serious damage.
Another one. And then he's still alive.
He's still alive.
All right, spiritual weapon. That same
Hits.
one
For
then.
5. I empathize with your low damage rolling on such a personal level with my ranger. I seriously do, man. I keep thinking like I just want to multi-class into a fighter just to take Grit Weapon Fighter, just so I can reroll those once forever. Balin.
Again, the spiteful part of me wants to use Green Flame Blade, but attack Blinkshaw, and then just have the Green Flame Blade hit the other guy. But
Man, there's gonna be a lot of therapy later on in this campaign. Seriously, guys.
We do need like an entire session of roleplay therapy where everyone just has it out because no one likes each other anymore. I'm gonna hit the one in front of Blinkshaw with Green Flame Blade, and Archimedes is gonna help me.
Meanwhile, Phil Dennis is screaming about the things he actually does know how to use, and all
Can
of them
he
are
go
not
in
the
this-
sword he's using.
Can he go in the same space as Blinkshaw since he's
He
tiny?
can go above him.
Okay, yeah. Give me some squawk action.
At first, I thought you meant
advantage.
Blinkshaw was tiny. I was confused.
Wait, the minute I buy Reduce, he is spending his whole career tiny.
Alright.
So 18 down to 9 plus 8 fire,
17 is enough to kill that one as well.
and the other one takes 5 fire.
Alright, that one's still alive. Alrighty.
Yeah, my bonus action. I don't want to step away. I'm gonna just move right here in case anyone else wants to get into melee.
Alright, luckily that web has burned away, so you don't have to make a save.
It's only one round. That was the first one we burned.
Yeah, I know. Tashra.
You're lucky you moved because I was totally about to drag you out of the way and step into where
I
you were
know
standing.
who's behind me and how they feel about me.
Alright, I'm gonna step forward and attack this one with Talon.
Mm-hmm. That's a hit.
Oh man. Okay.
For 12. Or for, not 12, for 10.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Talon cuts a mighty swath. But as we come to the Phantom's turn, its attention's turned back towards the one that keeps doing so much damage to it. That's Balin. And will only hit it once with its 2 attacks for 5 force damage, as I roll really poorly on my die. Phil Dennis.
Finally, I will reduce.
I take the dodge action.
What's the reduce the 4 at 5? Is it round up or round down?
2. You always round down unless the book says otherwise.
All right, thanks.
And that's it.
You're taking the dodge action? Alright.
Yep.
Blinkshaw.
I will attack and attack.
Miss. Miss.
Miss.
Balin.
Boom time, baby.
That barely hits. 12 points of
Barely
damage.
works. And I will disengage. To try and lure. It's not gonna move. I'm gonna disengage anyway. So that's 5, 10, 15 to get through Blinkshaw. 20, 25, 30.
Alright. Tashra.
Talon again, I guess. Nope.
Nope. Alright, the subject of its ire disappearing. It's gonna go back to. It's gonna resort to swinging at each of you with one of its attacks. It's going to miss Blinkshaw, but hit Tashra for 11
Yikes.
before we come back to Phil Dennis.
I'm just gonna keep dodging.
Alright, so I'm just gonna let him. So Blinkshaw comes back to you. You're wearing it down. It's more a matter of just actually finishing it off at this point. As the spiritual weapon will hit for 4 force damage.
Aw.
Classic spiritual weapon.
You know, I keep making jokes about it. I'm gonna make a case study on probability for my wizard and how poorly he rolls. But sometimes I look at Blinkshaw and like, I think I need to expand that a little bit. Balin, because look, it's nothing wrong with his character. It's just he tends to roll really poor sometimes.
And have
Two.
opponents that
Good
roll
one, Joe.
really well.
I'm gonna have Archimedes help me again because this thing has to be near death soon, and he's been living on the edge for a while. Come on, crit! Damn it!
That's a hit for 8 plus 7, which is enough to finally finish this last one off. And the
Yes.
final one just discorporates and disappears into thin air.
You're lucky I rolled that one.
Archimedes shrieks in relief because he's afraid he's gonna die the whole time, and it I dismissed, but still, I'm sure he's like, I'm out of here. Poof. I kind of look at Blinkshaw. I'm like, see, that was easy. Piece of cake.
I just walk away. I'm just walking away.
You walk away.
Does that mean you don't want your share of the treasure?
Did you guys get it?
Yes.
Get what?
Whatever you're looking for.
We found friendship. The meaning of friendship. Yes, we'll be over in a
I don't
minute.
need that.
Well, I mean, there was just
Did you
ghosts.
find any money?
No, We did not find any money. Yeah.
Then why'd you bother looking?
We might
I
have
don't- we
found
just-
something.
Why didn't you say that in the first place?
I turned to Blinkshaw knowing that stone wall is muffling the sound. Now would Blisk have been this honest?
I'm just gonna tell him we found the wall. Here, open this.
I'm just respecting his culture. Yeah, that's fine. Let's get in that box and see what was worth.
I hand it over
unlatching the
and
front
then
of it-
walk over away.
Unlatching the front of it and opening it up, you can see inside there are what appears to be 4 small vials, and each of them has what looks like a. They don't feel hot to the touch, but you could swear that each of these small vials has what looks like liquid iron inside of them.
Ooh.
Ooh. Does it?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Hey, Phil.
Why does everybody gotta keep making that noise? Sounds weird.
How can he hear through the wall? Because he knows there's loot?
There's an orgy on this side of the wall.
We weren't screaming it.
Is that how you guys do it?
Oh no.
I mean, that's how we do it too, but
He's right here with us. I'm texting him right now.
I really want you to put this up so Ian can hear it later.
I know. This is so perfect.
No.
Can you identify it while we wait for the wall to disappear?
Okay.
And I have used my Pearl of Power, by the way. and
All right,
removed
so you
it.
can recover your spell slot.
Oh. I'll start identifying one of them because they all look the same, right?
They all look the same.
Yeah.
Isn't identify like a range though? Like you can identify a bunch of things at once.
By
Nope.
touch, and I'm doing it ritually.
Oh, okay.
You got to cast it once for each thing.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I was mistaken.
So you're going to cast Identify ritually. All right, that'll take you 11 minutes,
Yep.
of which a little
There you go.
before you are done casting it, the wall will fall once more, and Gurgle is going to say,
oh, you're not dead. Good. Wait, you guys aren't having an orgy?
anyway.
Yeah, there you go. Like in Discord chat, I made sure Ian knew you play his character better than he does.
That's awesome.
What do you got for
All right.
us?
So, identifying them, you identify this as a potion of invulnerability.
I was about to say ooh again, but
Oh, we do.
All right. A potion of invulnerability.
Cool.
Yes, for 1 minute after you drink this potion, you have resistance to all damage.
What?
And there are
Wow.
4 of them, presumably.
So 4 for us.
Sorry,
Everyone's getting-
Gurgle, we didn't find any loot on the side that you almost died on, so these have to go over here now.
So I think we all get one, except for Gurgle. And if he watches the video and brings it up, Gurgle, if you watch the video and bring this up,
What
then
video?
we'll roll it off.
What are you talking about, Blinkshaw?
What do you mean
So
video?
meta.
What is it, the 90s?
If
mean
you watch
YouTube?
the major illusion
Make
of
sure
what
to-
just happened here.
That's great.
What, you mean like Sanford and Son?
You know. Oh. Oh Lord.
Jaden will start singing that to himself.
Love that catch tune.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we've all earned ourselves a rest. A short one at least, perhaps a very, very long one.
There's still one more room, which will probably spark up another wall. If you want to look up there.
No, Balin, you looked in that room, right?
Yeah, the other one I went through, didn't find anything cool.
Alright, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
don't know
walk.
if we want to sleep in the room of the,
I can't.
with the same spirits we just robbed, but
Can't move again.
maybe we get some HUD action going on outside.
All right, so everybody's breaking, evidently, so let's... Don't know why that keeps happening.
Not having another
How
orgy
about we,
outside.
We could go in
Yeah,
this
let's get
room
some-
over here, and do the hut.
I think you have to be outside for it, right?
Why don't we go outside?
Okay.
Let's not stay in this. I don't trust this ghost hall.
Okay.
Yeah, we can go outside, and on the way I'll be like, Natasha made a really good point about not really having to explore this, because nothing in the foretelling says we needed to be here, and fucking ghosts.
I'm on board with that.
Let's just get out.
We can take a rest and then go home,
All right.
aka tower.
Well, I mean, yeah. So, I mean, I think what Tasha was getting at was that we can. Good idea. Good thinking, Tasha.
I look
Alright.
mildly surprised, but I don't say anything.
So you all make your way out the main stairs. Unfortunately, you're right next to the main
Actually,
foyer, so you do know the way out very quickly.
Can I make an insight roll with Tasha looking surprised? Never mind. I don't know what fucking.
Even with advantage, you have no idea. So you all make your way outside. Making your way back out to the main doors is simple enough. Nothing seems to be barring your entry or slowing you down, and the doors themselves are still open. But as you step outside the main doors and look out, you see that someone is riding up the trail on horseback.
Oh, fucking course.
All right, guys. 5 encounters, each short rest. That's what we signed up for. You're up.
Does
And
it
as
look-
they round the statue, you see it's Esmeralda.
Oh,
Oh,
You doing this again?
Well,
I will
hey.
wave.
And as she kind of rides up, she almost falls off her horse and kind of begins to like crawl along the ground.
Oh shit!
oh my
I will
god,
run over.
I am too.
Balin
running
appears
over to her.
suspicious.
Running over to her and looking at her, you can see that she has been very wounded.
I will cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level.
I also have a 3rd level spell left, so I'll do the same.
Yeah.
Check for
So
bite
let's-
marks.
In that case, why don't one of us do
Wait.
it? And
You
the
do
other.
it.
Okay.
Have you been
Alright,
bitten? I
So
asked
you
her.
can roll cure wounds and you can roll a medicine check there,
Okay.
Tasha.
I'm
I can't remember
proficient.
your name for the life of me. All right, so Tasha, as you're looking over, she looks wounded, but you're really not getting much of an idea of what did this. As you kind of heal her,
Can I medicine check as
you
well?
can do that first if you want to.
Okay.
Yeah, and she kind of picks herself up. She looks up. She says, "It's good to see you all again. I didn't expect to run into you here, though. Mistakes were made. Some poor mistakes were made.
What happened? Have you been
Well,
bitten?
yes. After you all went and started to speak with Von Richten, I decided to. I thought it was time to see if I couldn't take Strahd down myself, and that battle didn't go well.
Can I insight her?
Sure.
This is Strahd.
With the 10, it seems like she's being honest, and with how shaken she is and how wounded it is, it definitely looks like she went toe-to-toe with something that could kick her ass.
Okay.
You went after Strahd by yourself.
I'd perhaps handle it, but I was proven wrong. Kind of a humbling experience, honestly. Never faced a creature as strong as he was.
I just whispered something to Phil Dennis that maybe Esmeralda wants to roll perception on, but it's up to her.
I barely managed to get away, lost my wagon in the process, and I only managed to stumble my way back into Valaki. I managed to find the encampment of the Vistani outside and stole one of their horses. Last I checked, there were... And as she turns over her shoulder, you can see that now coming down the trail are 3 more individuals.
Uh-oh.
Do you know those people over there? They point in that direction.
I imagine those are the ones who are chasing me down because I stole one of their horses.
I sigh.
As they come running up the trail, you can see the one in front is familiar. This is the one that you had dealings with, Blinkshaw, specifically. This appears to be Grrgle, and he is riding what looks like a black riding horse and making good time. Behind him are 2 female Vistani, but they appear to be riding dire wolves.
What?
And as they come riding along the side, each of them just kind of pulls around and looks at you. Give us! He's going to raise his hand up, pointing at Esmeralda. She stole from us. Return her to us. And the horse that she took.
You can have the horse.
And our apologies.
She must face punishment for horse theft.
I kick her in the shin. There. Don't ever do it again.
What's
Jesus.
the punishment? Sorry.
Punishment for stealing a horse, 30 lashes.
She won't survive 30 lashes.
Then she shouldn't have stolen the horse.
What
Her
if
life was in danger.
What if I just give you 30 gold and call it there?
Make a persuasion check.
Boom.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god. He's got positive persuasion? 9.
Yeah, but
Oh.
still roll like
30
shit.
gold is not enough to undo what she's done.
Goddamn 9/11.
How about 30 gold and I don't whoop your ass?
Hank
Roll that
Hill,
intimidation check.
Make an intimidation check.
This is gonna be terrible.
Oh, kick your ass.
I was
This is
helping.
between us and her.
She did get 24 points of healing, by the way.
Yes, I recovered her. She looks significantly better off now.
Is there something we can do to repay her debt besides violence?
I will go over with the horse and take off the necklace that was one of the necklaces given by
The 50 gold necklace?
Yep, the head of that Vistani camp. Say, here is one of the necklaces from saving. Gosh, sorry, pulling up notes.
Arabelle.
Arabelle, thank you.
Yeah, Arabelle.
From saving Arabelle. You can give her this necklace, and our apologies. And here is the horse.
Upon doing that, you see he kind of looks down at Blinkshaw and takes the reins of the other horse, kind of considers it for a moment. Fine. Because you've done us a good turn, we'll let this slide. But if we see her again, she'll get what's coming to her. Which point he begins to turn the horse around.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, Balin will look at Esmeralda, and if she looks she's about to speak, he will cover her mouth because he knows he would say something in that scenario.
She doesn't say anything.
Okay. Like, shh.
So all three of them begin to ride off down the trail as quick as they came with the new horse in tow. And as they kind of disappear, Esmeralda just kind of gives another sigh. Well, that went better than I expected.
Well, we're even for the Hag's tower, but how about you hang out in the hut and have something to eat and rest up?
I wouldn't say no to a good rest and something to eat.
Hi, I'm Blinkshaw. Have a ration.
I was just gonna say, I pull out a ration, hand it to her, and then go digging in my beard for a second ration.
No, I literally said in character, hi, I'm Blinkshaw. Have a ration. Because I'm stealing your thing. That was absolutely in character.
I shrug.
Well, before I cast the tiny hut, I had to go over there at rubble and try to find a rock that I find appealing, and then I cast it. The tiny hut.
Okay.
It's
Make
the,
a perception check.
While you're doing the thing.
Actually, we'll call this an investigation check.
Thank you.
My kindness knows no bounds. Holy shit, you roll a 3,
I know.
so with an 11, you could find a moderately suitable rock. It's not the best rock in the world, but it's a rock.
It's just a base. I'm gonna carve something out of it. My transmutation stone.
Okay.
That's all.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna cast a tiny hut.
While he's
So you
casting,
take-
I'm trying to Esmeralda and say, did you even have a plan?
Well, my plan was simple. Got one well prepared to try and surprise Strahd in his tomb, but that didn't work.
Did you see Irina?
No, I didn't see her. Who was Irina now? I'm trying to remember if she's met Irina or not.
I don't think so.
They were with us on the
Yes, because they
road.
were
yeah.
with you in the Burgermaster's mansion. Yes, they were.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, that was me trying to remember 3 different games and the things that have happened differently in each of them, because every game is a special, unique snowflake. No, I didn't see any sign of her in the castle. I'm afraid I didn't
Do
get
you know what?
admittedly very far. I got caught off guard by the man himself.
Do you know what happens to those he takes with him as consorts?
I'm afraid I didn't get to see much of that either.
Curly, when you ask about Irina, because that's literally what I was about to ask in character, that I put in the chat, Balin's completely shocked, and I immediately rolled insight. So if you want to roll, I don't know what. I'm trying to determine if it's like, I'm trying to determine if you're like, were you actually concerned about her, or like, do we have to deal with more vampires?
Tasha was actually a little concerned.
Oh wait, yeah. Roll whatever you're rolling. I'm not sure what.
I mean, she's not trying to hide it.
Yeah.
So that's a leg. I don't know.
She's not a well. She's not. She wasn't intentionally trying to deceive or persuade anyone. So with an 18, it seemed legitimate.
Yeah.
Right,
So
so
she
yeah,
was actually
whatever.
kind of concerned.
Yep. Balin remains kind of completely shocked and aghast, like, okay, but says nothing for once.
All right. Yes, I wish I could tell you more, but I managed to get in the main entrance. Started to find my way as best I could, but before I could even get into the deeper sections of the castle, I got spotted out and was attacked by the man himself. Are you summoning? Are you resummoning Fuldenistral? Because remember, the last time that happened, he was dead. So you actually have to.
I'm not doing that now. I'm doing the tiny hut.
Okay.
I'll
I
do
resummoned
dragging him over
Archimedes
for
to
that.
keep an eye
Okay.
out. I resummoned Archimedes to keep an eye out after the Vistani left.
I think it's enough room.
Oh, it's a 10-foot radius, right?
Yeah. Damn, my radius was so large. Yeah.
Yeah, guess what, guys? Tiny hut's not really that big. That's why it's a tiny hut.
It does say how many humans medium size can fit in there, though.
Yeah.
I also put our horses in here if we wanted to.
No, you can't.
Oh, they're not. Oh, they're large.
It literally
medium.
says in the spell, any larger creature causes the spell to fail.
Yeah. I was gonna give it old thing.
We'll talk about that later. All right, so the hut casts. All of you are inside, and it immediately becomes warmer outside this mansion, as the temperature itself kind of corrects to a very much more balmy, much drier, but not overly dry temperature. Something that is ideal for just resting in.
Philinus,
Hmm.
did I ever tell you that gnomes are great?
I don't hear it enough, but yeah.
I turned to Phil Dennis and do I know what the wizard spell list is? Like, do I know all the spells on it that are HP?
You know of the spells of the levels that you can prepare. You can make checks to know of higher level ones.
I doubt he has this, but I'm going to ask him anyway, assuming I know what it is, but let me double check. Yeah, I definitely can't cast that. Can I make an Arcana check to see if I can identify a spell in my head?
Make an Arcana check. It depends on what the spell is.
It's a level 3 divination spell.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm sorry, abjuration.
You have no idea.
Alright, never mind.
The idea is that as you study, as you grow higher levels, you study more and you learn of more spells. That's where your new spells come from.
Which I thought was like, since that's my path, I would have a shot at.
That would have been easier, but no, abjuration is
Abjuration's, yeah, I can't believe it's abjuration, but okay.
I probably have it. I don't know what it is.
Well, I can't ask you if you do, so
I
I
don't
don't know what it is.
It doesn't even come into Balin's mind that he doesn't know what he's not talking about.
No.
Yeah, no one knows what I'm not talking about. Tasha's my best friend. Everyone shut up.
So what brings you all here to this place?
We met a revenant on the road who told us to come here because we were enemies of Strahd. What do you know about this place?
An old mansion, rumors of it once being home for an order of knights that worshipped the silver dragon. Good
Why'd you come
people. I fled here because I heard that this is a place that was housed enemies of Strahd, and when I was running from Strahd, it seemed to be the safest place at the moment.
Depending on how you phrased that, it could have been more dangerous than the Vistani.
Duly noted.
Tit for tat, what you do say is true. This place is a haven for enemies of Strahd, but they mean to keep him alive. They mean to keep him suffering, but they will kill anybody that means to destroy him. So just make sure, if you happen to meet the cheery leader of this order, who's a giant skeletal revenant named Vladimir, wielding a giant fucking sword and a big fucking shield, just make sure you say that you want to bother Strahd, but don't mention the murder part, because he doesn't like that.
I will keep that in mind. Well,
You say you lost your wagon.
yes.
Do you know where?
Well, I didn't exactly have time to claim it from inside the castle's courtyard when I was fleeing.
Hmm.
Did you
Is
hear
it-
an earth-shattering kaboom from behind you?
Yeah, exactly.
Not that I can recall.
Hopefully it's still there, then.
Is there anything important in it?
Everything I brought to this land to hopefully slay a vampire.
Well,
That sounds important.
Anything
What,
irreplaceable?
Well, my weapons are still on me, as well as a few useful items, but unfortunately my map, everything else was lost.
That was a good map.
It's a very good map.
See, this is why we
Map.
prioritize getting the doll to Von Richten when we could.
Is there any way we can help you right now? Or in general?
Yeah, getting some rest would be great.
Sounds good. We can use that too. Oh, FYI. If you go into this building, here is the way to get up to talk to Vladimir without getting in trouble. And here is where some traps are. And I'll explain the details.
Alright, she will listen to that dutifully. I think I'll avoid dealing with this Vladimir, you say, and just... If I look for anything, I'll look for any secrets that may aid in killing Strahd, but I'll leave the Revenants to their fate. No desire to piss off one of them.
Esmeralda, I do have to ask you one thing. Last time we saw you, we were about to go meet Rudolph for you, the first time in a long time, and instead you drove off in a huff and tried to kill basically a giant vampire baron god. I think you and him need to suss this shit out before you do something even crazier to avoid dealing with it. I don't know what it is, and I'm not really that sensitive. All I know is that there's a thing that you both have to talk about, or you're going to do something nuts, and we're going to be pulling your corpse off of Vistani Raiders next time we see you. Just, please, man, have it out with them.
I'm sorry, was that towards Esmeralda, or is that towards...
No, Blinkshaw. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Esmeralda.
I totally zoned out for that song, because sometimes when you guys start to talk amongst yourselves, I kind of focus on other things and get ready, but I didn't realize you had started, because you started talking to Tashra, and then you started talking to someone else in the middle of that, and I'm just like, wait, were you talking to me during that? Because I wasn't paying attention.
No, I was going to Esmeralda. But no, basically I'm saying you've been avoiding Rudolph the whole time. Last time, rather than hang out with him in a safe place, you went, and the next time we saw you was I went to go kill Strahd. I whispered to Phil Dennis earlier in game, this chick is hung up and it's going to get us all killed. So what I'm literally saying to her is, you have to go talk to him like a grown-up, or we're all going to die when you do something crazy next time.
Well, at this point, I don't have much choice. I don't exactly have any supplies to continue operating by myself. I don't imagine he's going to be happy to see me again, or work with me for that matter.
He sounded all right with it last time.
I think the point is that none of us are going to be able to do this without some help. The more people we have together working towards this goal, the easier it's going to be.
Let's all get a cat nap in.
How early is it, if we know?
It's still daytime.
Yeah.
Dennis, you've been keeping track of when it was last night, right?
I remember going ow, and that's about it.
But right before that happened, you were going to be like, this many times till it's night. You've been unconscious a lot. Damn it. All right, we'll figure it out tomorrow night.
And I tell her, look, one of the things that we need to do is take out a den of werewolves, because they potentially have children.
I roll my eyes again.
And we're going to do that tomorrow. Would you be willing to join us?
I feel like I might need to take a brief hiatus from getting involved with the more dangerous aspects. I recently just survived an encounter with a vampire. I'm not eager to go and test my wits against werewolves.
Understood. Well, as Tasha said, though, the more of us, the better. So I figured I'd ask. But there's no pressure. Let's
Do you know
rest.
anything about the werewolves that live here? Do you know if they work with Strahd or if they're separate or?
Judging by the fact that they've been under his orders leaving the land to kidnap children, yes. They've served Strahd, I have to assume.
When she says that, Balin makes the smarmiest face.
That's part of the reason it told me how to get here in the first place, was following the wolves.
That still doesn't mean that those children are worth... I'm not going to get into this. And I just kind of curl up in the corner by myself.
Okay.
Corners, it's round.
The side.
Sorry.
It's still around the right side.
Sorry, not sorry.
All these squares make a circle. All these squares make a circle.
Balin's just.
That's the only
smiling
voice
over-
I can't do, by the way.
Balin's just smiling over Tasha with his superiority, going, "I'm building a box. You won't know you're inside until you're."
Wait, what? You cut
Just
off.
Balin's
never
just
mind.
being
It's just
creepy,
Balin being a
and the
crazy
cutoff
person.
was even creepier.
I know.
You won't- Sorry, I'll stop pacing when I roleplay, but that's usually when I roleplay.
You're walking around.
Yeah, Balin goes to bed. He puts his Indiana Jones hat over his eyes and falls.
Okay.
Can I?
So you all can attempt to take a long rest now if you would like. It is still fairly early, but that's not stopping you from you're being totally exhausted and kind of having gotten your asses kicked a bit.
Are we doing a short rest here and then a long rest there?
I think that was the plan. Does that work with everybody, or
Does Esmeralda need more than a long rest to be, or more than a short functional to get to the tower?
She will tell you that she is happy to take as long of a rest as you'll give her.
I personally rather have a long rest. I have absolutely nothing, and I can't make my stone in that magic tower.
Okay, if we're doing a long rest, I'm going to dismiss Archimedes be murdered outside because something will find us. Probably Strahd.
I doubt it.
Well, we're safe here from Strahd.
Like immediately here, possibly. But I mean, if Esmeralda went after him, he's probably going to be looking for her. Anyway, no, that's fine. Archimedes, he doesn't have to die until I do.
Watch order.
We're in a hut. No one can.
Yeah, we're in a hut.
Unless they have a... Can
Yeah, but-
a hut be dispelled?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and also just people can surround us, so I want to. I will keep a first watch.
All right. I have to stay inside
I'll
the
go
hut.
second.
I'll be awake the whole time.
So Phil Dennis is not going to take a long rest.
Oh, I actually want to ask. Can I do that? Make the stone and take a long rest?
So to take a long rest, you have to sleep for 6 hours.
Okay, I thought it was just resting and.
Nope.
All right,
Colonists
then I'll.
don't
That's
take-
old versions of the PHP. A new version of the PHP specifically states you have to sleep for 6 hours to get a long rest.
Okay.
Sleep for 6 hours and then do other things for 2 hours.
Then I guess I'll sleep. That's more important.
Really quickly out of character, do we want to would this be a good chance to do any character interaction, or are we just gonna go
If
ahead
you
and do
want.
a long rest?
No, yeah. It's
I mean, if
always a
Tasha
good
wants to
idea.
start talking to somebody, you can start talking
I
to somebody.
I
I'm
don't
not going
know.
to stop you.
I can't. I don't know.
Blink Shaw's over there raising his hand. Talk to me! Talk to me!
Balin is furiously writing on some parchment.
Blingshaw's keeping watch. Balin's riding, and Phil Dennis is like, I don't want to sleep, but he's laying down. Esmeralda just appears to have rolled over and is trying to get to sleep as quickly as possible. And she is very obviously she's very obviously had a very long day filled with probably the fight of her life, and she is eager to just kind of sleep it off.
Have we been told anything? We were told something about vampire bites, and like, if it doesn't kill you, you're not turned. Correct?
You should probably do it anyway.
It was not as simple as just being bitten will turn you. You've met several people who have been bitten, but they have not turned as a result of it. It seems that the procedure of being bitten and turned into a vampire is more complex than simply just being bitten and left to your own devices.
Okay.
I'd probably do it anyway. Remember last time we were like, oh, we'll just do it in the morning, and then everyone fucking turned as I said that. I'm just saying.
That was werewolves, though. That wasn't vampires.
That was werewolves, not vampires.
It's still a curse, I would imagine. But your choice.
I can't do
Tasha
anything
wants to
about
talk to Blinkshaw. Hey, Blink.
it.
Hello?
FYI, I'm eating. So.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, he is stuffing rations into his mouth while he is keeping watch.
Your rations are great. Ashra.
This morality thing has been bothering me.
In what way?
What's the point? Why is it such a big deal for people like you and Balin?
Well, where did you grow up?
Well, mostly, I don't remember what the town was called. Let me look.
Yeah. No. But you grew up in a town, right?
Yeah.
And that town, was it completely lawless? Was it a group of people that only looked out for themselves and nobody would help anybody, or would neighbors help out?
Occasionally. I mean,
Exactly. Now, I know that occasionally is not exactly the right way to describe when I want to help people. But when I was young, I grew up in a town just like that. People helped each other out sometimes, and then we were raided. Orcs killed almost everybody. I was a small child left there. And these people from a temple came following the orcs on their warpath. And the only thing that they wanted to do was help others. There was no specific reason why. It was just something that they said they did because it was the right thing to do. And if it had, I would have died of exposure of animals. I don't know what. But people going around and just helping others because it's the right thing to do is something that I realize this world needs more. Not everybody is that person, and not everybody should be that person. But it's what matters to me. It's what I love. It's what lets me wake up every day and know that that's my purpose.
purpose.
Exactly. It's my drive. It's what keeps me in touch with my God. It's what fuels it fuels the passion of my life. It's why I want to be wherever I am. Because when I do help somebody and I see in them something that they couldn't have done themselves. All of us are good at some things and not so good at others. And when I see that I was able to use my skills to help somebody else, I like that. Selfishly, it makes me feel good, but also I know that I'm helping.
I still think it's too much of a risk to go after these children. Even if we do get purpose or whatever out of it. We need to go after the main quest here. We can't afford to risk dying to the werewolves if we have a goal in freeing this place from Strahd. We'll help a lot more than we would fighting those werewolves alone.
Overall, I understand where you're coming from, and in some cases could agree that the greater goal is more important. But especially when it comes to children, I can't leave kids behind. It's just not something I can do. I was that kid, and I think we've gotten a little stronger since we faced them the first time, and hopefully we can be a little smarter about how we approach things this time. We know how the lycanthropy takes hold. If we go in the morning, we can make sure to get back to the tower and see if Octavio can help. For anyone that we aren't able to remove that curse from ourselves. I think we have 7 opportunities to remove that curse ourselves.
If it means that much to you, I'll go with you.
It does. I'll put it this way. Saving the future is important. But if we're not saving those who will inherit that future and giving them a good life and a reason to improve it for those kids that they have, then it's still not the greater good. I do understand your trepidation, and I think if we didn't have to worry about these kids, if we didn't know that children had disappeared, then I could say we should leave the werewolves alone. But we knew that children had been stolen.
I walk back over to my corner, not corner of the hut.
All these squares make a circle. All these squares make a circle. Again, the only voice I can't fucking do. I don't know why. So, their conversation ends. At this point, I'm not sure if anybody else is going to sleep. Blinkshaw's on watch, so obviously this is
I'm
not
gonna
taking 2
sleep.
hours. Alright. This time Tasha will head over and start to get her sleep. Balin, you've kind of been up doing some things, so are you going to go to bed after you finish writing, or...
Yeah, this is a draft of his will and testament, but he will go to bed eventually.
Alright. So eventually you're going to snooze on off as well. It's still apparently fairly early in the day, as after these 2 hours of your watch, Blinkshaw, it comes and goes, nothing seems to be hanging around or above, and you can get ready to go to sleep yourself and pry somebody else up to force them to take their edge of the watch.
I look around, I realize Nobody said who was next. So
No,
I'll go
Balin
over-
volunteered.
Oh, okay. Then I will go over and wake up Balin.
Nods. Takes a look at the sheafs of parchment, decides better against him, and I'll go take a watch, and he'll bring back Archimedes to help.
Okay. Perception check.
Yep, let me get both thingies open. That's probably a 1.
Wasn't actually a 1.
Haven't looked yet, but I'm sure it's terrible. Hey, all right.
So,
I took the
you
scimitar
also
back, so now I'm cursed.
you took the scimitar back, and you continue to take a watch for the next 2 hours of the day. Even still, it doesn't appear to drift off into night just yet. The light is still high in the sky. 2 hours pass. Nothing seems to happen, and you can finish your section of the watch.
Okay. Did anyone actually announce their next watch?
Nope. Pick somebody.
Ben will actually go to Tashro. A, because he's noticed she's more perceptive than most, and B, because they don't get a lot of one-on-one. So he'll gently wake her, just kind of under his breath, be like, it's been 2 hours of my watch, 2 hours of Blankshaw's. See if you can keep an eye on when nightfall may come, but I think it's on you if you wanted to do it or not. I don't know. Forgot Phil Dennis.
All right. I'll take watch.
Alrighty.
He nods curtly and goes back to his thing.
Roll him.
All right.
Oh, never mind. You rolled fine. But he was going to say, do you want me to leave Archie?
I don't need your. Oh, no, I'm kidding.
I thought that was totally in character.
it probably was. I was just kidding.
Alrighty. Well,
So is that what Tashra says?
Sure.
Balin just kind of shrugs like defeated and dismisses Archie.
as you're going to do that, he kind of turns to you for a moment, and he looks a little ruffled and says, I don't need her either. We don't need her. Why is she along again?
I telepathically, I just tell him, don't get me down that line of thinking. I'm just getting myself back to not being there.
Dragons. Alright, Tashra. So during your watch, you do notice as the sky immediately begins to darken about an hour in. But instead of a dusk, it just kind of fades from the day to immediate night. As the light just kind of vanishes from the realm as if it was never there, swept away as if under a giant blanket. Another 10 minutes into your watch, and you begin to hear what appears to be a hoof. With your perception check, you can tell it seems like only one. The clops of a hoof.
Oh, I was about to say one hoof.
Sorry, no, one horse. Clopping down the trail. You can't see because it's fairly dark and it's beyond your line of vision. But as you watch, you can see as a single figure on horseback, appears to be a Vistani, but it's hard to tell with how dark it is, rides up towards the statue here, and you notice that along with the footprints or the clopping of the horse's hooves, you heard a dragging noise, like something scraping the ground. And as you look at the horse, you can make out what appears to be something tied to the back of it. But again, in the darkness, it's fairly difficult to see.
I want stealth. This could be very bad, but I'm gonna try it. Oh no!
So you immediately stand up and your armor begins to ching, ching, ching. Actually, you probably don't sleep in your armor, so you're not wearing it, but you're just gonna step on it, and you look down and realize you're stepping on your armor where you laid it out.
So do I know I'm stealth or not stealthed?
Well, considering you just stepped on your armor and it began to clink and didn't
just-
actually wake the group up, but fortunately,
just
apparently nothing
tried.
outside the dome seems to hear it.
Okay. I want to quietly walk out of the dome and towards the Vistani on the horse.
Okay. He doesn't seem to be paying much attention. As he hopped off the front of the horse, he kind of walked off to the walked off to the front of the statue. And in the process of you stepping over, he apparently just kind of opens up the front of his pants and begins to urinate on the front of the statue.
Can I see what's behind the horse?
As you step over closer, you can see that the What's behind the horse is evidently a coffin.
Hey,
What?
what you carrying?
What does it look like?
Who's in it? No, I meant like,
Let her have her moment. Shut up, Chris.
I meant like.
You're asleep, damn it.
Didn't say it. I don't know who did. I just couldn't stop laughing.
It was Leo, of course it was.
No!
Because that's such a Leo thing to say.
Really? Who's in the
Go ahead.
coffin?
I don't know what's in the coffin.
Why are you dragging it?
Because I was paid to.
By who?
Some person back from the coffin maker from Valaki. Name's
Where are you
Henrik
taking?
something.
Where are you taking it?
Kind of finishes doing his business. Begins to tie the front of his pants up once more. And then at that point, he just kind of walks over to the coffin and begins to untie it from the back of the horse. Here.
Okay. How much he'd pay you?
10 gold pieces.
Pay you 11 if you let me look inside.
Why do you care so much?
Because it's a coffin. It's interesting.
Sell it yourself. And he holds his hand out.
I gave him 11 gold.
You hand over the 11 gold pieces. You see he just kind of begins to count it out one by one and kind of takes a half a step back from the coffin.
I'm gonna reach down and open
Make a
it and look
perception
inside.
check.
Perception check? Ah.
Did it roll? I don't see anything.
I see
Alright.
it.
So as you step out of the coffin, you can't really make out the finer details of it. It's too dark. But as you reach over and kind of open the side of the coffin out, immediately a swarm of bats just kind of come fluttering out from the opening of the coffin, kind of all around you, screeching and calling at the top of their little bat lungs. But as they pass by you, they just seem to kind of lift off and fade away into the night.
Shit. Is there anything else in the coffin? Or is it empty now?
Looking inside the coffin, it appears to be totally empty. At this point, the man is just kind of looking at it from his gold. What the hell are those doing in the coffin?
I don't know.
You didn't put them in there, did you?
No.
Huh. Well, I did my job. Kind of kicks the top of the coffin closed, walks over and starts to. He undoes the rest of the rope that was dragging the coffin from the horse. Begins to roll it up, tucks it away, begins to climb back up on top of the horse. What the hell are you doing out there by yourself, anyways?
Wondering?
By yourself?
Yes.
Do you have a death wish?
Yes. I'm
Weird.
sorry, I couldn't
Love
say that
that.
with a straight face.
That's the correct answer. Good job.
If you really want to die, there are other places you could do that. Maybe head up Mount Caucasus. Kind of begins to turn his horse around.
Okay, I let him go.
Alright. He begins to ride off without the coffin.
I look up towards where the bats flew off. Which direction did they fly off in?
They kind of just dispersed once they came out. So they kind of flew off in all directions.
I'm gonna go wake up Langshaw.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell him exactly what happened.
That doesn't sound good. You said did they go to the castle?
They went in every direction. They just kind of separated.
I guess we probably need to ask the coffin maker what that was about. I don't think anybody else will know.
I guess so.
What did you say that guy's name was?
The coffin maker?
Yeah, that one.
Started with an H. I don't remember the rest of it.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
And with that, we've been going for almost 2 hours. Let's take our 10-minute break now,
Okay.
and we'll continue from there.
All right.
Score.
And back.
That's one. So with an hour and a half left in this session, I find myself curious where the hell this motley crew is going to find themselves next.
Me too. Have you been looking up some laptops you're gonna get?
No, I haven't been doing that as I'm trying to make sure this one lasts as long as it does before I go and invest in a new one.
Hmm.
I really should though. Maybe around Christmas I'll see about doing that as a Christmas gift to myself.
Or Black
See
Friday.
if I can't make the Black Friday would be a good call too. See if I can find it as a good deal.
Mm-hmm.
That would be that'd be a really solid choice. Something around then. Because I could afford one now. That's not a big deal. But I don't. I'm trying to be as frugal as I can with what money I have. You know.
I get
That's
it.
how you. That's how you make money, not lose it. You just got to be frugal.
I gotta work on that.
Mm-hmm. I do know I don't. I need to. I'm actually gonna go ahead and start getting ready to do that now because I haven't done that yet. I need to place an order for the new module.
Mm.
Hello.
Part of me doesn't want to do it because I want to wait until the second printing just so I get the
The better half.
errata edition, the one that doesn't have any errors in it. But yeah,
Hello.
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 I'm back as well.
I'm eating though, so.
That's fine. I just wanted to take a moment, use the restroom, refill my water.
Ian just texted me and I was like, dude, you missed a really awesome. And again, thank you, Lake, for ruining me for all of the Roll20 games.
I'll keep that in mind. Don't you worry.
I get really, really annoyed sometimes for stuff, but last night I walked all over this campaign and I'm like, I'm allowed to do this over and over? You're not gonna...
You mean
yeah,
some
whatever.
GMs will just tell me yes?
Like, I think I was just like, oh yeah, just like, I don't know, cast mage, just take off one slot and you have it. And I'm like, I really? He's like, yeah, just whatever. That's fine. I don't want to track it. I'm like, okay.
Woohoo!
I mean, we've had some
Although-
of that in the past, where it's just like when we've made the decision and just universally to not have to worry about tracking fucking food because it's tedious. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna let I stick to the rules for a reason. I
was
keep
just gonna
everyone
say-
to the rules.
I was just gonna say, I'm putting my foot down. You are never running Tomb of Annihilation with us. I can't deal with it. The jungle travel alone. I think you would kill you'd kill the party without a random encounter. It's like,
Isn't that
how
my
many
other
ring
party
catchers
died?
do you have? How many skins? Did anyone buy insect repellent? Oh, someone got bit by a mosquito. Party wipe. Like, you haven't reached level 4 yet.
I
Damn.
mean, I've also wiped people in Lost Mines of Fandelver, so I mean, I am a kind and generous DM, but I am a GM who doesn't pull any punches.
But I'm assuming that what killed the party at that point.
What killed the party in the part?
No.
No. What killed the party at that point was their own incompetence, because they were not rested and they had every opportunity to do this, and they made the wrong choice.
Yeah, the guy I was bitching about in chat the other night, the quintessential hammered guy, just couldn't stop rolling nat 20s. So it's like, I'm gonna be a dick, and I'm out of character. I've been drunk, bragging about how much I've drank all night. I do this nat 20, nat 20, nat 20. So it's like, it was. You ever see the Key and Peele with Kanye the Giant?
Nope.
Oh yeah.
That's what happened. It's like Kanye the Giant slaps that bitch. Natural 20, you slap that bitch. Escalade. Natural 20, you find an Escalade. Like, it was. I'm gonna play again because I kind of like power gaming, but God, I was like, oh, I miss my fucking Tuesday group.
It
Yeah,
works
just-
well with some groups who just kind of they understand that sometimes some GMs aren't going to cater to their every fucking whim. There was actually a scene. I'll talk about something that happened in my Thursday group before we get started back here, where they were fighting in a place where there was a significant drop, and one of the players was picked up and carried off about 500 feet in the air, and they killed the creature that was carrying him, so he began to fall. And the wizard's like, all right, I'm going to fly after them. And they're like, okay, so they're going to fly after them and cast Featherfall. And then the wizard's like, okay, so you have basically one chance to do this. And I'm like, what do you do? She's like, I start taunting him about the fact that, oh, so it's not such a big deal that I can fly now, is it? I'm like, so you're going to sit there and you're going to taunt them. And he's like, yeah, no, I'm going to taunt them. I can still cast Featherfall. And I'm like, so, but in this time frame where you have 6 seconds to save their life, you're going to take the opportunity to taunt them. And she's like, yes. They hit the ground. And they're like, I cast Featherfall before they hit the ground. I'm like, you do not. Because you took the time to taunt them in a 6-second window to save their life. You missed your opportunity because you wanted to taunt someone who was falling to their death. And they're like, that's... They were really pissed off, and I'm like, you made that choice. It's on you. Anyways, they died, by the way. Not the person who was taunting, the person who hit the ground. Only just barely.
That you're a full-time DM that is willing to be paid to ruin people's dreams. I appreciate that.
I believe that if it's I'm gonna read off a line in another book, and I feel like this perfectly encapsulates how D&D should be run, and that is. It is something that is at the end of The Rise of Tiamat, and this is the best way to describe D&D as a general. And it is... Where is it written in here? It's written in here somewhere. Yeah. Except as noted above, Tiamat should not be arbitrarily weakened in the interest of a fair fight. Presenting the Dragon Queen as anything less than a deity undercuts the whole adventure. I believe that's true of all of D&D. If you just make it a happy-go-lucky, let's just have a good time experience, you're not playing D&D. You know, you should be able to have fun, and obviously you guys have a lot of fun, but if I just sit there and make it a cakewalk and cater to your every whim, then that takes a whole aspect of the game away, and I don't want to do that. It is a dangerous and difficult world to live in sometimes, but you can still have a good time playing it. It's like playing Dark Souls. But with that, we're going to get back into the game.
I was also finishing that quote from Willy Wonka that Leo put because it's a good movie.
Yes, that's a fantastic gift, by the way.
It's awesome, but it does not come in this handy.
One day we'll get voice lines that can go along with gifts, and you can actually hear him screaming that. Rest in peace. Anyways, so
at some point in this campaign, just give us one riddle puzzle where you have to finish quotes from movies from the 80s and 90s so I can feel smart.
And you guys will all fucking nail it. 10 out of 10, and I'll miss them because I don't watch a lot of movies. Alright, so we come back to this as Hashra kind of joins back with the group after alerting Blinkshot to this kind of strange thing that has happened as the night has trailed on, or began. But the next 2 hours are quiet as you finish your watch, and you can wake up the last person, who at this point I believe would be Soldenus.
I'd want to assume so.
Well, Gurgle's not taking a watch. Gurgle is out.
Classic Gurgle.
He's drunk. Man. Do I really want to watch? That's how I feel right now. I look outside. Is it dark?
It is dark.
Alright, I just close the blinds and
So Soldenus just kind of lowers the opaqueness of the dome down a little more.
Sorry, someone was talking to me. And I'll cast Find Familiar.
Alright, so you're gonna spend an hour to cast Find Familiar. Alright, so after an hour of casting Find Familiar, taking the brazier, throwing in your herbs, minerals, oils, so on and so forth, the light of the flames burning in the brazier begins to kind of cascade up burning higher and higher before it kind of smothers itself down and forms into its tight little blue ball at the bottom of the brazier. And after a few seconds, as the spell finishes, it begins to crack open down the interior, and as it kind of pulls open on each side, you can see a skeletal head looking up at you. And it looks to be a skeletal weasel. Or ferret, for that matter. It's hard to tell.
Yeah. I just, move all the debris aside and just embrace him.
Yeah, you gotta brush it all aside. As you kind of pick him up and embrace him, there's an odd moment where like he's definitely all bone. There is no skin, there is no flesh on him. But as you're hugging him, he's just kind of sitting there. He doesn't resist you in the slightest. And after a minute, he just kind of says, "I don't want to do that again. I don't like dying. I don't want to do that again."
No, me too. I'm sorry I lost you. I need to take better care of you, Charles. You know.
I don't blame you. It wasn't your fault. We didn't see him, and then he hit you, and then he hit me, and then now I'm here. Yeah.
He kind of takes a moment. He can finally kind of looks down in his hands, and he sees that he's now a skeleton, and he's just like,
Oh. Did this mean that you're a necromancer too now?
He's so sweet.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what Balin just said. How do you have better child than me?
It's okay. I mean, I like being alive, or no, I guess I'm not alive. Maybe am I dead? Am I technically undead? I don't know.
No. I'll make it back to normal. I'm sorry. You know, if Lily
It's
was
okay,
here, I'd be
I
getting my
mean-
ear chewed off by now.
This is better than not being here, I guess. You know, better than the last time.
That's true.
That time was bad.
I do you know what did hit you in the back of the head by chance, or me, or what happened to you that night?
Well, you got hit by the guy, the bearded guy, the guy with the mustache.
I was like, Blinkshaw? Well, what about you?
He hit me too after he hit you. Cause he thought that he hit you first, and then he know that I was there. So then I wanted to tell people, but then he killed me too. Didn't hurt much, but I didn't feel anything.
I'm gonna kill someone. Alright, well,
Like I said, it wasn't as bad as the first time.
yeah. I'll leave it with that. We'll just chat, chill for the last hour. Eat something.
All right. So for the next hour or so, he doesn't seem to have any desire to eat anything, but you see that he's kind of examining his new skeletal body. And at one point, he kind of wraps himself around and he sticks his head inside the front of his own ribcage, and he's just kind of looking out through it like, I couldn't do this before. This is a weird experience.
Like a little bit of Bobby Boucher there.
He starts to roll around.
Aww.
It's not bad.
I want to ask, did you find a token for him?
I did not. You had taken so long to do this, so I started doing a token for it a long time ago, but then I lost track of the token because you never used it.
Yeah,
so I have no idea where it is.
I wanted to do it like 5 games ago, but we just couldn't do it. It's alright.
That's fine. I will double check my my documents to see if I do have a token of this. I've got Strahd set up again. God damn it! Where it happened to? I could have swore that I made one for little.
Wait, you named my familiar Strahd? That's fucked up.
Amazing. what
I
that is.
told you that when you summoned him. I made that joke
remember.
out loud.
I missed that. I'm like, Strahd, what the fuck? Now I can't trust him.
All right. I actually don't think I saved that token because I couldn't really find a good one. That's
okay.
a shame. So for now, Charles will remain his own form until I can make a new token for him.
We get it.
That
He
roll
doesn't
was
seem to be
my,
too perturbed by his new skeleton form, and he seems to be having a little bit of fun with it as he kind of rolls himself around like a little barrel tucked into his own rib cage.
That's good.
Ugh.
I was a little afraid he's gonna take it like way too bad.
That roll was that was the long rest, so I just recharged my spider staff.
I think it's at dawn, so we gotta wait.
Yeah. Technically, that recharges at dawn, and it is not dawn yet. It is still the middle of the night.
Oh, there's one day. Okay.
There is a specific time of day most magical items recharge, and it is not hit
I will
that
go
time.
back. Never mind, sorry.
That means dawn soon.
Well, as the long
Just
rest
turn dark.
finishes, yeah, everyone starts to wake up, and you all start to look around. It is very much not light out at all. It is apparently the middle of the night, a overcast sky with black clouds, though no rain.
Oh, excuse me. It
you
recharges
all
at
wake up-
dusk.
At dusk. Okay, so at dusk, then it would have recharged.
Oh,
Taking it. Sorry.
No, some are different. It's fine. Some say dawn,
That's
some
all.
say dusk,
It's-
others say midnight.
let me double check mine.
I think that one's specifically dusk because that is a
bad
that's
guy's
that's a
thing, yeah.
wand that's been made by the drow.
That's Rao, yeah.
Yeah, so they're like dusk over dawn because that's just how they roll.
Mhm.
All right, so as you all wake up with about a minute to go on the tiny hut, it begins to shimmer and fade away, exposing you all to the outside with night.
I cast it again.
What?
Virtually.
Why?
Oh, are we really staying, or are we gonna go at night?
We just get a long rest. Yeah, we definitely go.
I don't know if we want to go anywhere in Barovia at night on the road.
It's not a long ride to the tower.
It's a couple hours, I think. Yeah.
4 hours.
Esmeralda, you've been here a little longer. What do you think? Should we travel at night?
I never favor traveling at night, but I don't suppose it's. We're fairly capable, and unless we run into anything particularly nasty, I suppose we'll be just fine.
I will resummon Strahd and mainly I'm just gonna kind of like point out what happened to Charles. Just be like, he might need like someone who's been through this before to nurse him through it.
You know I can't talk to him, right?
Just give him a hug. He'll understand.
He smacks you over the back of the head with one of his wings.
I command him to give Charles a hug.
He reminds you that you don't actually command him. It is a working relationship.
I'm gonna reread the spell, but for now,
He does
you
not have to listen to you, and I will point out that if a familiar feels it is being abused, it can end the relationship. It can choose to no longer be your familiar.
It is not being abused. He's doing his job.
He's
He did
never
what he
ended
needs.
it.
We're gonna call child services.
I'm just saying, you can tell them what to do, but they tend to operate out of it is a working relationship. It is not a master-slave relationship.
But wait. Your familiar acts independently of you, but it always obeys your commands. It's in the spell right up.
Yes. And if it so chooses, it can also choose to disobey because it no longer wants to work for you. I'm just letting you know that.
I am chaotically good aligned, and therefore he should be too. And if he's not playing, why should I be?
I don't know, you're breaking up.
I said I am chaotically good aligned, therefore he should be too. And if he's not, why should I be nicer to him than Tashra? So I can reason with him, just saying, look, you've been through this, he hasn't. Just show him you understand.
Make a persuasion check.
No,
Oh,
no, I
no.
don't want to do that. I just want to role play. All right, hold on.
Alright, I'll do it.
Be good at role playing. Like it don't matter.
He's gonna crit it.
Can Archimedes help me?
No, he cannot help you.
Wow.
He smacks you over
That's
the other side of the
perception.
head as he jumps. Yeah, that's perception, you cheating little fucker. I was gonna give it to you as well. I was gonna
Almost
give
there.
it to you. All right.
Hold on,
Well, re-rolling that.
I lay a guiding hand on Archimedes.
You son of a bitch. It's just telepathic. You don't know any better.
He rolled. I was gonna roll for him to contest this. He rolled a 2+. I think he's got like a 0 for charisma. So even with that, he smacks you over the side of the head with his other wing as he jumps down and just kind of waddles over to Charles. And in this instance, nobody hears them saying anything. So obviously, it doesn't seem like they're communicating. But there's a moment where they're just kind of staring at each other before Charles turns around and looks at you, Phildennis, and says, I don't know. It's hard to tell. I don't think he likes his master very much. Do you think we can find somebody else that'll take better care of him?
Oh my gosh.
I wonder if Tasha would take better care of him.
Do you say that out loud or do you say that telepathically?
Telepathically.
They kind of share another moment. And then Charles just kind of starts to roll around again. And Archimedes just kind of watches as he rolls a circle around him. And then Archimedes just turns to you, Bale, and says, I think he's fine.
See, don't you feel better? You made someone feel good.
Just the image of Charles rolling around as a skeletal whistle is so cute.
Well, I mean, Charles embraced it, and Archie didn't. So now I'm just, listen, I want to have Charles now.
Okay, so with that, what are you guys going to do?
I guess we're going back to the tower.
Do.
Ba-ba.
Are we going back to the tower?
To the tower! Do-do-do. No.
Alright, so you guys are going to saddle yourselves on up and start heading back to the tower. Okay. Esmeralda will will happily ride along with anybody who offers her a spot on the back of their horse.
I'll let her ride with me. So she doesn't
I
have
don't
to
think
ride
you
with
have a
me.
horse. I think you ride with somebody else.
Oh,
There's
right.
only 3 horses in the group.
I will let you borrow my horse so that you can ride Esmeralda.
And Blinkshaw will ride with Balin. Blinkshaw, the person who's nice enough to not force it on anyone. Alright, I would like for everybody to give me a marching order, please. Who is riding on what and where?
On my horse.
And Tasha, you have gotten a long rest, so you have fully recovered.
Okay. And I
We
lost
cannot
that
change
extra.
our spells yet, though, because that's dawn, right? From a cleric perspective?
Yes. Aid would have been gone.
No,
Because-
not only that, but I mean, we can't change what spells we have. I believe.
You finished a long rest, so yes, you can change what spells you have.
Okay, I thought it was dawn for some reason.
No, it's at the end of a long rest. You can take, it's a minute per spell slot of level you're changing.
Okay.
So you can take, depending how long, another 10, 20, 30 minutes to change your spells up to.
From what we were saying, water walk would not get us across the lake. Is that correct?
It could get you a fair distance depending on which way you walked. Let me double check how large the lake is.
Okay.
You could definitely use it to cut across a shorter section of the lake, but it wouldn't cut so much time off.
It was a close call before, so that's why we went around.
Alright.
But if we can actually time it right, it might actually be worth it.
Are you planning casting it on the horses?
Honestly, if you were to make a straight run, yeah, you could probably make it off for it would be cutting the shortest section of the lake, but it would basically allow you to move. Here, I'll maybe go to the main map and show you what I'm thinking of here.
I'm thinking of from the tower straight across towards where the. Here, I'll do a ruler.
Well, I was gonna say it would get you basically from this section here to here.
Okay.
That would be about an hour of travel, but that would cut you from having to go all the way over here, or all the way over here.
Okay. That's worth keeping prepped, I think. What do you guys think?
Sure.
See, I can be a nice GM. I told you that instead of just saying you can just certainly try to do that.
Yeah, then that would be on.
So you just didn't think to say that.
It's up to y'all, but I need 8 hours to myself at one
I've
point.
actually been meaning to try and say that more. I feel like I give too much information away without people trying.
I also have one other general question. I was reading through clairvoyance, and one of the things you need is a focus worth at least 100 gold. Would it be something that we could make out of some of the jewelry, or no?
Let me look up clairvoyance.
I think I have a focus that's 100 gold, but it's mine.
Oh, never mind. There was additional stuff at the end.
Yeah, it's a jeweled horn for hearing, or a glass eye for seeing, or I would say you technically do already have a pearl worth 100 gold.
Mhm.
If you had some way of making that ornamental, like an eye, you could technically make that like a pearled eye for seeing. If you
Okay.
had some way of doing that, though, of course, that would run the risk that if you attempted to make something from that and you failed, you may permanently damage the value of the pearl, which would in turn make it useless for everything.
Ah, that is tough because with clairvoyance we could do some really cool stuff. Because
Yeah,
it has
I love that spell.
range of a mile, which is crazy.
Which, yeah, to give you an idea, a mile, it's a mile from the
It's
den.
exactly where we want to be right now.
Yeah,
Like
you
we
could
could be-
theoretically cast it at the edge of the den from the tower.
Yeah, like hey, where is everybody?
Well, not from the tower exactly.
Yeah, from the edge of the lake. From the tower would be a little too far away, actually.
I just mean there's no magic there.
Yeah, there is no magic in the tower. You could certainly try to do it from the tower. It wouldn't get you anywhere.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Alrighty. So I'm still waiting on those marching orders. Which is out
If I'm
front?
riding with Blink Show, there's no point in stealthing, so I mean, I guess we'll ride up front.
Yeah,
I'll ride
I think
second.
we can have Archimedes up front, keeping an eye out. Oh,
Actually, I'll
it does
ride
seem
last, so Philinus can be in the middle.
Yeah, it's probably smarter. Grrgle can ride with Phil Dennis to kind of splinter off if need be, and yeah,
Yes,
I
the
would-
comatose
I will-
Gurgle will ride with Hildenus.
I will ask Archimedes to look out ahead, but I'm not sure if we're speaking right now. We're having a bit of a thing, but
That does not seem unreasonable. He will do that. It's more of just he didn't see the point in helping out something when he can communicate with it. That's like saying, "You, skeleton owl, go over there and console that child." Why? Just because I said to do it. No.
it's a skeleton owl and a skeleton ferret that have both been in the same scenario. Yeah, they've shared experiences.
Who could not talk to each other or communicate. This is not Pokemon. Anyways.
Can
So, yes, you can
Oh,
send
Phil
Archimedes
Dennis.
out, and he will keep an eye out ahead on the road. You can go ahead and roll perception on him.
All right. Hold on. I keep closing him when I'm mad at him. Sorry.
He is sailing back and forth, keeping as good an eye as he can, but it is fairly dark. But I'm fairly certain he has dark vision, correct?
He does, yeah. 120 feet. Passive perception 13, in case you care.
yeah.
Well, no, I asked for the check because he's not using his passive.
That's fine.
Yes, they can see in dark for up to 120 feet. Okay. Alrighty. So he is keeping an eye out on the road. It is fairly dark, and as always with Barovia and the overcast sky, when it is dark, it is dark. It is almost pitch black. So if anybody has a light source on them, this would be the time to tell me about it.
I have Talon, and I also have a hooded lantern.
Well, I'm asking. So
have
you're
bullseye
currently riding on
lantern.
your horse. So do you have the talon out?
I probably don't, but I have a bullseye lantern, so I'll have that out.
Okay.
Just a fair point that if we're riding like far enough apart, like the people in front and the back, front and the middle of dark vision, so it would appear as if our train started at her.
All right. Is there a specific distance you'd like to put between you?
That far. We should stay together.
Yeah, I mean, like I thought it would be 30 feet from back to front, so we could be riding in darkness, but Phil Dennis and Gurgle would still be in light.
Sounds good.
Well, the wagon itself, the lantern itself emanates light out to 60 feet. So
That's fine.
Yeah, so
should-
yeah, us above, us in front of 60 feet, and then 60 feet of light behind us, right?
No, I was thinking like 15 feet in between each of us, so there's a total of 30 feet, and there's 30 feet of lantern light in front of us.
Oh, okay, I'm fine with that.
Because dark vision only works where it's like we wouldn't be able to see in that level of dark, or would we be able to see?
You can see out to 60 feet in darkness, but beyond that, it becomes all mist and fog. It's already difficult to see in Barovia just because the constant mist that kind of encapsulates everything. But in this darkness, you can see basically out to 60 feet, and then beyond that, it is just a void.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like we should staying closer is better than trying to deceive something that would attack us in the
Yeah.
dark anyway.
And honestly, if either you or Phil Dennis were even half as perceptive as me, I would probably lend you my goggles, but because you would see better than I do. But I probably see better in 60 feet than you will in 120.
You have another lantern. But I only have 3 hours with the oil on it.
No, it's fine. We have enough light source. We're discussing dark vision, but yeah. So we'll all be in the lantern light. Put it that way.
Do you want me to mark off a thing of oil, or?
So oil lasts for a period of time, just within reason. I'm not going to ask you to track it by the hour because that gets really tedious. I'll just tell you,
Okay.
at this point, the oil would have run out if you have.
Okay.
It's 6 hours of oil.
Well, you also have a lot of flasks, so.
Yeah. I have 2 extras.
I had 6 flasks of oil. Now I have 5. So.
Alrighty. So as you're riding along down the road, I would love for those perception checks from the group to come out, please.
I'm so good at this. Yeah. Charles is just hiding. I'm keeping him covered.
That's fair. I mean, you could dismiss him as well if you want to keep him really safe.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Alright, you can dismiss him and resummon him as an action, or he is safe.
Yeah.
Where nothing can harm him. Alright, so as you are all riding with your horses down the trail, making as quick a progress back to the tower as your horses will carry you, there has been no word of anything coming up the path from Archimedes. But as you are riding down the trail, Blinkshaw, you hear what sounds like something running through the woods, coming up on either side of the trail.
There's something running. Let's bolt.
Yeah. As you begin to call it out from each side of the woods, the first that comes barreling out of the woods is several wolves dancing out onto the trail, yipping and howling now that you are in sight. And the moment that they break the tree line and begin to close in on you, you see as from farther down the tree line, werewolves begin to peer out as well. And at the far end of them, you see one that is larger, perhaps familiar, who screams out now in a challenge, "There must be vengeance!" I would like for all of you to please roll me initiative.
Who
It seems
wasn't
that-
already for initiative?
Yeah. So it seems that at the very least you're not
Yes!
surprised.
I'm rolling amazing.
But there are more and more that come piling out of the woods.
Great.
And Esmeralda says behind you, Tashra, "Oh god, this is what I was looking forward to."
We should stay another 6 hours, Fildina said.
This is what we were looking for. If
Shaw
anything,
joined you in saying that.
If anything, they've come to you.
if anything, they've saved us a trip and you a spell slot. Go say thank you.
It's a ritual.
Exactly.
What
They
a
call
awesome
it a
All
spell
right.
slot.
So with this initiative roll, the creatures that are up first are the werewolves. So I need to drag something over as well. One quick thing, because
Can you mark which one is Captain Fuckface? I mean, Kirill.
He has
Uh,
another.
Because she screamed at us
initiative.
already, and we
He has
recognize her.
another. He has another initiative.
Oh, okay.
well, I can also mark which one is him because he's larger than the others, so he's clearly the leader of the group.
Plus, we know him. Like, not
Yes.
know. We didn't hang out, but
I've seen you at the cafe.
I know him.
Alright. So just remind me, you all have draft horses, correct? Not riding horses.
draft.
Because
Yeah.
you all bought you all
No.
bought the horses that were basically carrying supplies into Phandalin. Okay.
Yep.
So let's just go ahead and carry these to the map as well.
Mine has a.
Because
bag on it.
you all are currently astride these horses.
And your goal is just missing.
Alrighty. So the first up are the werewolves, who begin to make their way closer. This one can get to here. This one can get to here. And they just kind of move around and begin to swarm around your group, much as you would expect them to do. He's going to go to here. Alrighty. So we have several attack rolls coming at them. But instead of attacking you all, they go after your horses.
Of course.
This is gonna hurt.
The first one crit fails against the horse on the right. Crit fails twice as the first horse misses the horse that Tashra and Esmeralda are riding on. The next one crits it. As its maw tears into the underside of its throat, damaging it heavily, but not quite killing it outright just yet. And the second attack... what is the armor class? The second attack tears at the other side of the throat, and the horse falls to the ground with a thud. I would like for both you. I would like for Tashra to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay.
Esmeralda definitely lands on her feet next to the side of the horse, as do you. Not tripped out by the horses under attack. Philtinus, the one that you and grrgle are riding, are also attacked. Yours. The first one kind of bites into its flank and claws at its flank. It takes a serious amount of damage from it, but it does not seem to fall just yet, as the other one does not seem to go after it. It seems to go after you.
Damn.
And it is going to hit you once. Actually, you don't have mage armor up, do you?
Nope.
Alright, it's going to hit you twice. With both its bite and its claw, I'm going to need a constitution saving throw from you, good sir. And you are going to take 12 piercing damage. Alright, last but not least, we have the attacks on the first line.
I was like, I cast mage armor on the horse.
Alright, the first attack on this one also crit fails. The claw attack will hit the horse, dealing 6 points of damage to it. The other one, I'm gonna... This one's gonna go after you, Balin.
Thank God.
And is going to miss you twice.
Okay.
Alright, Balin, it is your turn.
I turn to Blinkshaw and I will whisper the half to, but I'm like, I'm sending Buttercup away. Get down and get ready to fight.
He cannot dismount until it is his turn.
I know that, and you know that, but Balin doesn't know that. He just knows that he's sending the horse away. Well, I have two beloved animals, one of which can be resummoned from the dead. So
And is approximately 120 feet away or so. Or around 100 feet away, because you wouldn't see it so far away.
Exactly his movement. So he's going to give me some... Wait. Right there. Hold on. So that would be a 60 feet. Let me go back to where he was, just in case I need to put him back.
I love how the first time you guys fought werewolves, they damn near killed Blinkshot with his armor class, but this time they could barely manage to hit the horses.
That's just our
because
life.
they haven't swung at Blinkshaw yet.
I'm going to jump off here.
Alright, it is half your movement to dismount.
Okay. I will green flame blade. Oh, wait. Shit. That was a mistake. Sorry. If I can I jump off here instead?
Yes.
Okay. Because at least I have an ally within 5 feet. And I will booming blade this jerk store. Right here.
Okay.
So for 27.
Okay. That is a lot of damage to him.
And then for a bonus, he'll just provoke. Can't really protect him. I'm gonna lose my fucking horse. I'm gonna miss him. Alright, for my bonus action, I will disengage. I can only go to 1, 2, 3. Can slapping a horse on the ass be an interactive object?
That will be an action.
I know. As I pass by, I know I can't slap her on the ass, but I feel like we've been together a long time. I'm gonna say, Buttercup, run! Blinkshaw, dismount! My turn.
All right, I rolled initiative for the horse. I got a 2.
Well, yeah, she's my horse. Of course she got a 2.
I nat 1 that initiative.
Good
All right.
job.
Tashra.
Hey, like,
Okay.
I hate to say this, but the wolves do not have an initiative.
What was that?
The wolves do not.
The wolves
have
are not an initiative. Okay. I did roll their initiative. They got a. Where are they at? The wolves got a 9.
All right, from now on, we all stop helping Lake. I do it too, but you know what? He's a grown up. And he
That's
cares.
fine. If you don't help me, it's just worse for you later on. You know that. He's like, oh, I forgot to add these guys to initiative. I guess they'll just take 2 turns this time.
Damn it.
I'm gonna attack this one that I'm right next to.
Okay.
With Talon.
Okay, that's gonna hit for 10 points of damage. As Talon's light blazes out, and now there is a second source of light glowing and illuminating most of the clearing,
For my
including
bonus
the
action-
unfortunately now dead horse.
For bonus action, I'm gonna do healing word on Fildenus.
Okay,
Take 5.
for 5 points to Fildenus.
Haha.
Yes, warmth washes over you, Fildenus, and you get a little healing. You don't tend to get this because you don't tend to see a lot of combat.
Nope.
Alrighty. Well, you got a lot of mass healing words, so maybe that's true. Okay,
That's
the
true.
wolves are next. There are only a few targets that are currently on the ground, so a few of them are going to go after that. The other ones are going to go after the horses.
No.
Alright, these 3 over here. Alright. That's a hit. -6. As one wolf bikes onto one of the flanks of the fleet horse. The next attack is also a hit. That horse is somehow still alive, though only just barely. Third attack. Buttercup falls.
Oh.
Blinkshaw, I would love for you to make me a dexterity saving throw, please. Blinkshaw falls underneath Buttercup.
Who's got the resurrection spells?
You are now prone, and you take a point
my
of bludgeoning damage as a dead horse falls on top of you.
She's not dead. She has death saves.
The 2 over there are going to attack Tastra because she's on the ground and they can actually reach her. One of them is actually going to manage to hit you, biting into your leg for 8 piercing, and I need a strength save from you.
Okay. Strength save. Is that not? There it goes.
All right, you fall prone as
points
it
did you say
drags
that
you to the
was?
ground. It was 8 points of piercing.
8 points. Okay.
On Esmeralda's turn, she brandishes a rapier and a short sword, and she begins to a rapier and a hand axe, and she begins to stab out at the wolf next to her, hitting it twice. And it seems that her rapier is doing some work to this creature. Next up after that is Carol, who on all 4s bounds. Thinking about how much. Let's see here.
Yes. Well, a minute ago we could.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about something that I've seen in the.
Have it out now, Fildenus. We cannot see it. I saw an
No.
orange one.
You guys
Yes, I
did
can
see
see
Leo's comment about Rose horse dying, right? That's the funniest thing I've ever read all night.
All right, this one is
You
going
see what I'm
to.
saying? Like, you didn't
Kiro.
get it.
Oh, ha ha ha. I get it.
Rose horse just died, and Leo goes, "Don't worry, the brother horse will be here next episode to help us."
Did I
That
miss
is
that
funny
comment?
shit.
I didn't see that comment anywhere. That's
It's in chat in the game, but I know you.
okay. No, scrolling up. I'm glad you said that because scrolling up, that was yeah. No, that's great.
I know they stopped the action, but that is something that everyone from the original Lost Mines had to laugh at.
I'm sorry I missed that. All right, so Kirill seems to charge in on all 4s and is now standing over the currently prone Blinkshaw. But he ran up to do that, so that is his turn. Blinkshaw, it'll come to you next.
Am I able to get up?
You will have to make an athletics check to kind of squeeze out from underneath the horse.
Is that my action?
With a nat 1 on your deck save, I believe is what you got. I'm gonna say yes, because you are currently restrained underneath this horse.
I thought that was the damage.
You rolled a nat 1 on the deck save, and you took a 1 on the damage from the horse. Unfortunately, it is still a giant horse laying on top of you, so it's fairly heavy.
Yeah, I mean, I need to get up. Fuck.
It will be. You can use an athletics check to try and break free as an action.
Give yourself guidance.
I can't because that's an action.
All right, so you kind of start to squirm. Unfortunately, a 9 is just not enough to get free from the horse. As you see Blinkshaw struggling his best to get out from underneath the horse. You still do have your bonus action, and your arms are free. It's just like the horse is laying on half of your body as you are laying here.
I will get a spiritual weapon up.
Okay, you can absolutely do that. That's no problem. I have the shield search still ready, so I can just drag this right on over and give it to Blinkshaw. There you go, Blinkshaw.
And I will... they can occupy the same space, right?
Well, it can be over them, too, because it can float in the air.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking if I put it there, they can still surround me.
Yes, because it's not a creature and it's ethereal.
Yep, that's what I thought. I'm gonna go ahead and just smack that wolf right there.
Okay. That'll hit. Alright, you bludgeon that wolf.
Jesus Christ.
Nice.
1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Phil Dennis.
I'm hoping the horse will give you some cover.
I'm
No.
sorry, Blinkshaw.
I hope my horse lives.
Half of you is currently covered under the horse, so you do have a little bit of cover right now, too.
I want to cast Fireball
Live,
From-
Spud, live.
this direction, so it's 20-foot radius. So,
Alright.
oh shit.
So I'm going to do something here that is...
I'll take it, whatever.
No, I got it. I can move. No,
You taught me absorb elements. I can make this work. Just do it.
fine.
I'm proficient and I have spell slots now.
Alright, so there is a little ball of light that I'm going to give you control of, Fidonis, and then I'm going to put a 20-foot radius on it with an orange cone. Or sorry, an orange circle. There you go.
Mhm.
That's your fireball.
Now see the radius.
Only he sees the radius.
Okay.
That should hit all of them without hitting any ever allies, right?
From what it looks like.
That one's like halfway in its way. I will cast it
Well,
there.
it'll be alright, you're gonna cast it there. Alright, so for the first time, everyone sees as a streak of light shoots out from Phil Dennis and explodes in a massive fireball just beyond the line of the wolves. Jesus Christ, that was a lot of damage.
Attaboy.
The wolves are immediately vaporized by the flare. They doesn't even matter, they cannot save from that much damage. The 3 werewolves in that radius are gonna have to make saves. 1 succeeds, 1 fails, and let's see how Big Papa does.
And I'm curious. Am I controlling the horse? That's right. Can I move on my turn?
You can move the horse, yes.
Does the horse have an action or no?
The horse does not have an action because you are currently controlling it.
Okay.
One of the werewolves fails and takes the full brunt of the fireball, the one nearest. The other 2 succeed and take half.
This one in front of me succeeds?
Nope.
Or
Oh,
failed?
yes, he succeeded. The one down here is the one that failed. He was completely caught off guard and he was
One
too
that-
close to kind of
the one
duck out of the way.
The one in front of me took a shitload of damage, so I was curious.
Yeah, he's looking fairly rough, but he's still standing. Alright,
I'll
that
stay
horse is
with
dead now,
Spud.
so there's nothing to do that. Alright, you can do that. Coming to the werewolf's turns. There's only one werewolf left, or sorry, there's only one horse left, but there's also only one goblin. There is a goblin on it, but it's a gnome they're preoccupied with, because grrgle right now is just kind of in a comatose state, unfortunately for him. They're going to go after the gnomish guy. Also, he just threw a fireball, and that was terrifying, so they're going to go after him.
Yeah.
That's a hit, that's a hit, that's a... Your armor class does not include mage armor, so that you are
It's
currently
13.
at... that is 3 hits against you.
Yep.
Shield.
Nope. It's not
Nope.
on.
Alright then, I need you to make me a con save. Actually, I'm going to need you to make 2 con saves, please. And you are going to take a grand total Okay. You are going to take a grand total of 25 damage. Alright, that was the werewolf. The werewolf that just got the crap kicked out of it by Esmeralda is going to go after her. And is going to hit her once and claws her for 7. And then the two that are over here, they really didn't like that fireball, and they would really love to just go and finish off this tiny little gnome that just killed off a whole bunch of them and hurt the rest of them. But they're going to use their brains. This one's going to step away from you, Blink Shot. It will provoke if you would like to attack it, but I don't know if you actually have a weapon out yet.
Yeah, I mean, I heard them coming, so I would have pulled you, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But I
You can make an attack at disadvantage, yes. That is going to miraculously hit.
Hey!
So you kind of cleave for 11 damage
Wow,
as you sweep out, and basically it's like cut its the back along its thigh and kind of not quite sever its tendon, but it kind of stumbles over, surprised that it such a painful attack was managed to hit it.
It
Look,
has
it's going
an
to circle
Achilles
around.
heel.
That one also takes 10 booming damage. That's the one. Because he moved.
Oh, all right. Well, he dies.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Good
The
job.
other one is going to attack you.
Okay.
He's going to hit you with his claw for 8 slashing damage.
The bite misses.
The bite misses.
That I will take, and I'll use my reaction.
All right, 4 damage from you then. I roll for everything. Yes, that is all of the werewolves. Their turn is over. Balin.
In a blood-curdling scream of anguish that already does.
In and out.
Balin disengages from whoever the hell this douchebag is and goes straight for Kirill. If the DM would allow it, I think I should get rage for this, because Buttercup's going to be a very long time.
Doesn't work that way.
If not, I'm even summoning Archimedes into this shit. Like, no, we're avenging our fallen brother, god damn it.
I thought Buttercup was a girl.
Yeah, for it.
No one ever actually checked.
We're non-binary, but either way.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And together, Archimedes and I will avenge our fallen brother, as he helps me, and I smack on this mother effer with, and since there's no one within 5 feet, it's going to be a booming. That's not the one. That's the one. And here's the advantage. Fuck you.
You miss.
I know I miss, because that's my life.
So you scream out in your blood-curdled rage, and as you rush in, unfortunately it's a little too telegraphed. As Archimedes sails by, he doesn't even seem to pay attention. As your blade reaches in, he just kind of swipes it away and leans in
Yeah,
with
did something cool.
a snarl.
So yeah, that was my disengage. And then
You seem to have taken his full attention, though.
Good. I'm right here. I'm gonna provoke him next round anyway. I have no movement left. I have no actions left. I'm just gonna start screaming in his wolfy fucking face like, "You're fucking dead, Kirill. You hear me? You're fucking dead. You and your whole fucking pack are dead." I'm gonna provoke the fuck out of him.
Okay.
Link shall get up.
Trying.
Side of my mouth. One shall get up. Off, you're fucking dead.
So you are just going to step away and provoke, or what?
No, I'm standing there getting in his face.
All right, so you just end your turn. Okay,
I'm taking
Tasha.
it, yeah.
I want to do a thunder wave.
Okay.
And can I do it?
So it's a 15-foot cube.
So can I do it like there?
Yes.
Okay. So it won't hit this horse.
No.
No,
Oh.
Spud. Okay.
It will probably scare the shit out of it, as it is a thunderous
Oh.
boom right behind it, but it won't hit it.
Okay. I'm okay with scaring it, I guess.
Yeah, relative danger at this moment.
All right. Thunder wave. Level 1.
Alrighty, the werewolf succeeds, the wolf does not. As it just kind of shakes out, immediately the horse you're sitting on, Phil Dennis, kind of rears up and you have to settle it.
Run!
You've been with these horses for a while, so fortunately it's not too difficult. I'm not going to ask you to make a check.
The wolf seems to the wolf just kind of gets slammed into the werewolf's legs and just kind of limps from the ground. It is in extremely bad shape, but it is still alive.
Okay.
I didn't take his turn. He's the werewolf. I forgot. Oh well, this happens.
And for my bonus action, I can't do another spell, can
Mm-mm.
I? I don't have any potions.
Cantrip bonus. That would.
Yeah,
No
only
bonus
cantrip.
cantrips.
Not
No
for
bonus
clerics.
cantrip. Nope.
No.
Otherwise, every cleric in the world would take it, even if it was useless, just because I can do it. Damn it.
Mhm.
Fair point. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Alrighty, we come back to the wolves. In this instance, the two wolves that are on Tasha, the one that just got the shit knocked out of it, it is going to attempt to tear into you to the best of its ability. It's going to miss horribly, as is its ally trying to get you from the other side. Actually, no, with a 17, it will hit for 8 piercing.
Okay.
I thought your armor class was higher than it is. No, it manages to get a 17. You're going to take 8 piercing and a strength save from you.
Okay, hang on.
As you,
I'm really sleepy. I'm trying to do math. 30, 20.
you can also just put -8 and it'll do the math for you on your token.
Oh, okay. I already did it, though. I already did the math, even though it took me a second.
Use a magical abacus.
Wait,
It
wasn't I
drags
already
you back
prone?
to the ground once more.
Did I ever
You
stand
were.
up?
You did stand up, but I'm assuming
Oh.
you stood up, but now you're back to prone as it drags you
Right.
back down.
Okay.
If you weren't,
I
it would
didn't
have
say
had,
it, but
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
So again, I give leeway to some new players because they have to remember, but you got to learn this stuff.
yeah, I know. I'm trying.
This wolf with the challenge that has been given to its master and the snarls, he's gonna go after, but he's gonna go after the dwarf on the ground. He's going to miss the dwarf on the ground with an 18 because that is just not enough to hit the dwarf on the ground. That is all the wolves. Esmeralda is going to continue her assault on the werewolf that is in front of her because she really doesn't want to get bitten again.
Balin is now forever known as the dwarf on the ground.
First time. All right, with that,
I mean,
the wolf.
Slingshot.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what are you mad at me for? I didn't do anything.
Right.
Sorry.
With 2 deft swipes from her rapier, the werewolf that is next to you, Tasha, seems to be in extremely dire straits as she is tearing at a new one. Kirill
Okay.
turns towards Balin and
Goddamn
attacks
right.
him with the full force of its might, hitting once and missing on a second.
Shield. AC now 23.
All right. You took your turn. Yes. Okay. All right. Then you are not hit in the slightest.
Okay, that on any of his attacks?
No, he misses you.
Oh my god, Wizard 1 was the greatest decision for
Blinkshot.
I will. I really am torn.
Just do it.
Do what Balin says.
I will attempt to get up again.
All right. Athletics.
You said athletics, but you kind of cut out. It sounded like you said buttocks.
Roll your
No,
buttocks.
that's Blinkshaw's special attack. He hasn't used it yet.
I don't know why I had to bring that
The
up.
30-foot radius poison cloud.
Oh
There
my
we
God.
go.
You managed to push the remains of Buttercup off of you enough to pick yourself up.
Show some respect.
But imagine
I
half it's missing.
Yeah, I had flashbacks of a tree trunk from the first campaign.
Oh.
Like, do I really want to? With that, I will.
Chris, you are such an amazing sport for all the shit that happened.
I mean, I screamed out meat shield in the first fight we ever had with no idea how accurate that was going to be.
How doomed your character was for existence.
That line has set Blinkshot down a path that he can never unset. So you still have your bonus action, Blinkshot.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
I would like to hit things, but I'm going to heal Phil Dennis.
Okay.
Yay, me.
So as a bonus action, Phil Dennis, you're going to get back some healing.
Yeah, and you look like you're in dire straits. So I'm gonna go ahead.
I've been better.
Oh, I can move, can't I?
You have 15 feet. But anywhere you move is going to provoke from something.
Can I hold a cure wounds?
Well, it's a bonus action.
No,
You
a
can't hold a
cure
bonus
wounds.
action.
A Cure wounds.
You used your action to get out from
I
underneath the
did
horse.
use my action. Never mind. Then I will cast a level 2. Nope, just a level 1
Yes.
healing word and say, "Get over here, Phildinis." Damn.
All right, 10 points to healing to Phildinis. The Word of Helm is strong and it is good. All right, that is Clinkshell's turn. Phildinis.
Going to Misty Step.
Okay.
Just for how long? 30 feet. There it
That's not here.
is. I want to go here, where that arrow was, and then cast a Mage Armor myself.
All right. You cannot cast 2 spells in the same turn.
It's from the staff.
It is still casting a spell.
Okay, I thought I was using item.
It's like
Then-
using a spell
Right.
slot.
No, you're right. Yeah, it's using an item. So yes, you can do that because it's
Okay.
using an item. That's right, because you're using the staff.
And
I
that
forgot
was-
that I had established that because it's the same as using a spell scroll if you wanted to do that. All right, the werewolves' turn. The werewolves move into position, getting ready to attack. Okay, this guy that I forgot over here is going to climb over the dead horse. This guy's going to move into position here. Who is this one going to go after? Who is this one going to go after? It's going to go after the dwarf. That's why not. And actually, at this one moving there, this one is going to just move along and not worry about it. It's going to go after Tashra. Because getting a position to attack you, Kirill's not happy about that, so he's just going to go after the ones that he's supposed to be going after. Okay. So 4 attacks on Blinkshaw. All but one hit. Sorry, no, all but one miss, but the one that hits is a crit. For
Okay.
13 slashing damage from one of their claws.
I
there are-
prefer that.
Yes, so yeah, all of them missed except for the crit. Alright, so the werewolves over here, 1 is going to attack, 2 are going to attack Tashra. Your armor class is 16, so 2 of
Yep.
those are going to hit.
Are any of the bites?
1 is a bite, yes. For a grand total of 18 damage, 9 slashing, 9 piercing,
Yikes.
and a con save.
Whoa, that didn't work. How do you do minus 18?
You put minus, it's literally just the button next to the equal sign, just the one between 0 and equal, just hit that and hit it. 18.
Minus 18.
I,
Okay. That didn't work.
yeah, I modify my current hit points in my sheet. I think you were talking about another place to do it, like.
You have to do it on your token.
Oh, I was doing it
Your
on my
token will do the math for you if you do it that way.
Okay.
So yeah, whatever you were at, minus 18. The one that is still fighting with Esmeralda seems a little less sure of itself fighting Esmeralda, but it's going to keep attacking Esmeralda.
Well, I gotta make my Constitution saving throw.
It's going to miss her twice.
There's my Constitution save.
Okie dokie. I have my notes. Alright, that is the end of the werewolf's turn. Malin.
Josh, are you up or no?
Should
Barely.
be.
Oh, sorry.
It's,
Sorry, I was
it's
muted
doing
up.
it's doing weird things. I'm trying to do the 25 out of 4 and 1.
You are at
I'll
7
just-
hit points.
7. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So I was literally rolling to myself to see if Balin's Rage or his intellect take over. Because the smart thing and the thing he wants to do are very different. But I said DC 10 or better, he'd be smart. Kirill is not getting attacked. Archie is going for safety. He is wailing on this wolf with Green Flame Blade.
Okay.
That's the wrong button again.
Alright, well that's going to hit the wolf.
So 12 plus
That will
1.
absolutely kill the wolf, yes.
And then 7 damage jumps to. This is the one that was already hit, or this one?
None of those werewolves have taken damage.
Oh, neither. Okay.
Yeah, they're
This
both
one will take 7
Fireball.
damage.
Okay.
Fireball.
get from the fireball?
That one moved over here.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Okay. And
Yeah, he moved in to flank you, and Kiro gave him a look, and he decided, nope, I'm gonna keep on walking.
Well, he's now rocking 7 fire damage, and then
Mhm.
disengage. If I can still keep Kirill's eyes and just show fucking hate him.
Oh no, your declaration has seriously pissed him off.
Good. Yeah, but I am definitely backing away 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with my disengage. But like, it's like I just want to kind of role play his expression right now. It's like he did what he thought was the smart thing when all he wanted to do was literally I was going to grapple Kirill, which is not in my skill set, and stab him with a dagger until he's dead.
All right,
Should have waited.
Tashra.
That's his expression.
All right, I'm gonna cure wounds on myself at 2nd level.
Okay.
Okay, 14.
14 to you.
Okay. And I think that's all I can do because I don't have anything for a bonus action.
The wolves are going, assuming you again stood up.
Yes.
They both miss horribly. Their turn is a total wash as Esmeralda's turn comes around once more. And she continues to attack.
That fireball just keeps moving.
She slays this werewolf with her first attack. And she's going to circle around to here. She's going to make her second attack against the other werewolf. Hit that, and her hand axe is going to attack the wolf, which will actually miss the wolf. That's unfortunate. Okay. Kirill's turn. Kirill, without fear, charges after Balin.
Ooh.
Provokes from Blink Show.
Okay. That will hit him. Alright. You cut across his back. He doesn't seem to mind that in the slightest, as he charges after his foe. He attempts to bite you. Wow, it gets a natural 1. This guy is having a rough time tonight. His second attack will hit you.
Alright. His claw attack will hit me.
His claw attack will hit you.
I'll take it.
That's a whopping 12 slashing damage.
Damn, I will soak that. So 6.
Alrighty. He dodged through that. It comes back around to you, Blinkshaw.
I'm going to cast Bless.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to target myself, Balin, and Esmeralda because she is doing a lot of damage to these things, and it adds a d4 to an attack as well.
Ooh.
Okay.
So this is what Bless does, by the way. Plus, we are the 3 that did not get bit yet.
Rats.
She's been clawed a few times, but the bites have been missing her thus far. Seems like she does have some experience hunting werewolves.
Oh, so it adds
Alright.
to the attack roll, not the damage roll.
Correct. It adds a d4 to
Okay.
any attack rolls
That's awesome.
and saving throws.
I love
Are you going anywhere? You still got your bonus action?
I still have my bonus, and I can move this up to 20 feet. Damn, can't get any of the wolves. I will move it here. And you said she has hit this guy, correct?
Yeah, this guy's bloodied.
Okay, then I will attack him with the spiritual weapon. Nope.
Miss. Well done.
Can I stand over top of that guy, or is that going to be different?
That's fine.
I'm hoping what I do is awesome. I want to move over here,
Uh-huh.
right there, and I'll dip my hands in the ground and cast a new spell. I forgot what it's called.
It's gonna be Maximilian's Earthen Grasp, isn't it?
Yes.
I
And
know.
I want to cast it on the the big bad wolf.
I was gonna bet it was not detected. Okay.
Alright.
No, because it's. I want him to be held.
It was gonna be funny if it was nothing.
Alright. Well, he fails his saving throw. So a giant earthen hand that appears more skeletal than you anticipated, Philden, kind of reaches up from the ground and wraps around his leg and begins to constrict his leg.
currently restrained.
I was going to use the hand, but I've already got that on him to reflect the fact that he is the big bad boss dude. So I'm just going to put a red dot on him to show that, and the hand will show that he is currently restrained.
Yeah,
There it
like,
is.
how come the big bad boss dude is always the black power? Is that like a virtue signal?
That is a universal that I've seen on other modules, so I just started doing that. I don't know why Roll20 does that. That's a Roll20 thing.
I think I may have to leave a little early. I'm close that I'm not really sure why.
That's fine.
I'm
You
sorry.
gotta go.
guys.
You gotta go.
It's pretty always fights.
I'm sure they'll survive without you. They've got
Good
it
job
forever.
tonight.
All right, thanks. I'll see y'all next week.
Awesome seeing.
Have a good one.
Later.
Bye, guys.
There it is.
Yes. So yeah, the skeletal earthen hand reaches up and begins to grab at him, just grappling his leg, and technically he is restrained, which is making it difficult for him to do other things.
And that's all I do.
Alrighty. The werewolf's turn comes up. Seeing that you have cast something and are now causing this issue, this one is going to break away from Blinkshaw and is going to attack you, Fildenus. You have already used a reaction. Oh no, you get your turn again.
I had my turn again, but I missed.
That's gonna miss, yes. God, keeping track of reactions for everything is
Use your
horrifying.
blast. Wait, blast.
Did you bless yourself?
Did
13 hits.
Yay!
How many
Good.
sheets must I play tonight?
Evidently a fair few, but that's not going to stop this wolf from approaching Fildenus and attacking him.
I have 16 armor class now.
Alright, a 16, he's going to hit you.
Rats.
Alright, 7 slashing damage.
Is that a
And a
bite
con
or
save.
slash?
It's a claw. Alright, you maintain concentration on the earth and grass.
Just barely.
The other werewolf moves to engage you as well.
7, right? Yeah.
It's going to attack you twice as well. God damn it. Alright, the bite will miss, the claw will hit. For another 7. And that's another con save.
Yeah.
That's another success as the the giant hand maintains. The ones that are over here, well, I'm gonna have to bring up Tasha's sheet now too. Shit. You know, she's just currently getting mauled by the wolves, so unfortunately she's going to be a little indisposed at the moment. The 2 werewolves are going to move around, and they're going to begin to attack Esmeralda. Attacking her to the best of their ability. Again, the bites are missing horribly, but the claws are finding their mark, as she's going to get crit by one of them for a decent amount, but that is the end of that turn. Balin.
Okay. So I can clearly see this guy is grappled skeletal.
Yes, he is being held by a giant earthen hand.
Okay. Archimedes knows his job. It is to go here and distract that wolf. And Balin, before he starts his soliloquy, Blank shall hit the wolf near Fildenus. Archimedes will help you. Fucking deadpans on Kirill. And I only got 6 seconds, but he's gonna say, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to skin you. I'm going to wear your head like a fucking sporin. You're fucking dead, you piece of shit. And I will swing on him with booming. Added advantage because he's grappled.
Add advantage because he's restrained. All right, that hits.
21.
Yep.
And then he'll move. My bonus action will be to disengage, obviously. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, never breaking eye contact. Just whacking him with the thunder sword, keeping eye contact, taunting on him like, I'm going to desecrate your body for what you've done tonight. That horse was a goddamn hero.
Alrighty.
That's my turn.
Tasha, I'm going to remove from initiative, but I'm also going to remove the wolves as they're just kind of in a scuffle themselves. Just going to remove that element. We come to Esmeralda, who is continuing to fight with the 2 werewolves that are here. Those 2.
She gets a plus D4 on
Yes. She doesn't need it as she slays one of the other werewolves. In her second attack, she will hit with the Bless for 7 on this one. On Kirill's turn, he is currently still restrained by this fucking earthen hand. We'll check this hand right quick. It is a strength check against your spell save DC. Alright, he is going to try and pry himself free of this stupid hand that he is not fond of in the slightest right now. He is going to break free of the hand.
Okay.
So he wrenches himself free. He gets a 19 on his check. So he's currently free. And because you have interfered, he turns his eyes towards you, Fildinus. And he begins to march his way over towards you.
He
Cool.
takes 6 booming.
He takes 6 booming. And your earthen hand is here. Whoop. It's right here. Alright, his turn was to break free, so he doesn't get another attack. Blinkshaw.
Shit.
I will walk up here, and with my action, cast Cure Wounds at level 2 on Mr. Wizard.
That must be me.
That is you.
Yeah, my health.
What you didn't know is that Kyril's actually a wizard in his other life, so I'm gonna know.
Oh, I'm out of range. Too bad.
Oh, damn.
18. For you, Fildinus.
Cool.
And are any of the werewolves above me bloodied?
None of them are bloodied. One of them is taking a hit.
You have advantage on the one to your left.
All right, I will. Will a spiritual weapon get that?
You're the one making the attack roll, so technically yes.
All right. The spiritual weapon will smack that thing at advantage. Let's see if this works.
It hits.
Hey.
Good thing you got the advantage, because that
Yep.
was important. Alright.
8.
Okay, still not bloody.
That is the
Well done.
extent of me.
Ah, man.
Seems you have drawn the ire of many of the wolves.
I seem to do that, yeah. I will Misty Step again.
Okay.
Let's go.
I'll do it right there on top of the horse.
Okay.
And then I'll scuttle away. Pretty much.
So you're just gonna teleport. You see two of the wolves digging at her. She's fitting them off. They're not really making any progress, but they have kind of incapacitated her in this fight.
And then as my
That makes my
action,
job a lot easier.
I want to send a hand back at the big bad wolf and try to do that again.
So as an action, you can move the hand or try to grapple. You can't do both.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yes, or okay.
Yeah.
I'll move it. I'll just move it there, right? Right. I can't move it actually, but I'll move it right there.
So you're gonna move it here.
Yep.
You can deal. Okay. Alright, that's Wilderness's turn. The werewolves turn and see that you have kind of fled, but they have a dwarf right next to them, so they're going to turn their attention towards the dwarf.
Oh, hi.
They're going to bite you. Their claw will miss. The next bite will miss. The next claw will miss. So only the first bite will actually hit you. For 6 piercing to you, Blinkshaw, and a con save. Alrighty. That is their turn.
23 total.
Yeah, 23 total.
You said 6, correct?
6 piercing damage to you, yes. And a con save for your bless.
Yes. Nope.
With a plus 10, with a plus 1 from bless, you succeed.
Oh, yeah.
Bless counts on concentration checks, which is
Woohoo!
why it's so good for paladins.
I like this.
Because they just get that huge bonus and they don't care. The one remaining werewolf over here is going to try and its best to kill Esmeralda. Alright, it manages to hit her once. It sinks its fangs into the side of her arm. On from her. Okay. Balin.
I will use my bonus action to dash.
Alright.
45 feet. I will send Archimedes up here because I really don't have any more than 4 feet. I thought I did, but I don't. So, again, I'm giving myself advantage. I was trying to help somebody else. It's not going to work. And I've dashed into this, so there's nowhere I can go after this. I'm not disengaging at all. I really want Kirill to knocking him on head on, because fuck him, and that was my horse, goddammit. And I will fire the fuck out of his face with Green Flame Blade at advantage.
I love all the frustration towards Kirill, the one person who did nothing to harm any of the horses.
I know.
Hey, he's the raid leader.
He's guilty by responsibility. All right, so he's gonna take some damage.
He's the leader. He takes 22, 27 altogether.
All right.
And this dickhead next to him takes 8.
All right, he takes 8. Kirill is getting weathered at this point.
Damn well better, baby.
He's been taking some hits.
So I've used my bonus, and I've used that, and straight up, got nowhere else to go. Might get bit next, so what better to do than just keep on rubbing it in his face? I'm going to kill you and your pack and make you a rug, and you're going to be a fucking outfit.
Can't you attack again?
Nope.
No, I used
Oh, with Green Flame.
He dashed in. As a bonus
Well,
action, anyways.
I use my bonus action, but if I use a cantrip, I can't use an offhand.
Yeah.
Yep.
So basically, there's 3 different ways that he cannot use his bonus action to do what you're thinking. Esmeralda's turn. On Esmeralda's turn, she continues to fight with this stupid wolf right in front of her because she is tired of dealing with these wolves already, and she has been dealing with wolves for a lot longer. All right, she hits 3 times, and this wolf becomes bloodied very quickly as she begins to do a dance of death and is just kicking the shit out of it. On Kirill's turn, his attention returns towards the asshole that keeps taunting him. And he's going to attempt to bite you, and he's going to roll like shit. He's going to attempt to claw you, and he's going to miss with his claw as well, as he just can't fucking hit anything. I am rolling so poor for these werewolves right now. Blinkshaw.
This makes me so happy.
Oh,
Balin, you need to stop pacing, man. You
Sorry.
just went full feedback.
My bad, dude. Well, after that, I want to use my minus. Just make him angrier. Like I said,
You just keep pacing. you're
This
breaking.
dude went
He
up.
was going to move, by the way, because he wants to avoid the stupid hand that tried to grab him.
Damn.
Oh, okay. Then I am not going to move over there.
Yes.
This one looks like the one above me looks like it has been more damaged. Correct?
No.
No. Okay.
Neither one of them is bloody.
Oh, okay. I've just seen. Okay, I am going to.
The first time it hit the fire that hit it was the first time this one's been hit.
Yeah. Well then, I'm gonna keep on trying to hit the one. That is. Let me see. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Yeah, I'm gonna just hit the one that's to the left of me.
Mm-hmm. That'll hit. 4, 8.
And spiritual weapon will do the same. Exactly the same. 20. Oh,
Not the same. Break the tradition.
fine.
All right, Holiness.
I will have the hand grasp Balin. No, I'm joking. The werewolf in between.
Holding you to it.
he's
He
been a
succeeds.
wolf this whole time.
Yeah, he succeeds. He gets a 17.
Darn. And I'll keep moving a little bit, just like skirt away.
Holiness is just kind of Zoidberging the fuck on out of here. He's tired of this fight. All right, the werewolf's turns. We turn around. I'm gonna start with the one that's over here fighting with Esmeralda, just because this is the one that's doing the most for. It misses her twice. She don't give a shit. The ones that are fighting with Blinkshaw, bite. That's 1 bite hit. 2 claws. There's gonna miss. I need a con save from you, and you take 3 piercing damage.
Right.
And a
Damage
con
taken.
save.
First con save is for the bite. And add a d4. So 16. Second is for bless.
You maintain yourself fine. Alrighty. Those are the only werewolves that are left, so we come to Balin's turn.
Alrighty. Archie is going to. Whoops, I'm only moving my token to move Archie. Give me advantage again. I will, again, just continue taunting. You guys pretty much got the gist. I don't want to echo out again. So, same job. And this time I'm going to use booming because there's no one else within 5 feet.
Alright.
So 18, 20.
Yep.
22.
Yeah, and hold on. I do have a bonus action. What's gonna be? Disengage.
Yeah, you hear in your head.
Let's engage. But it's only going to be 5 feet.
Mhm.
As if to say, if you really wanted me, you
Alrighty.
Try to go
Esmeralda's
to the
turn. Esmeralda slays the werewolf that is standing next to you.
hopefully I gave her sneak attack. Because that's also why I moved here.
Not sneak attack, no. She's not a rogue.
Or
But she's
something.
more than capable of dealing with that one. Alright. On Kiro's turn, he does provoke, and he moves closer to you once more.
Takes 13 booming.
He does. He's holding on just barely at the end of his line. Alright. 2 attack rolls against you. And I have rolled under 5 on the last 12 attack rolls for him.
Oh my
And it
god.
is so frustrating.
This is the opposite fight that we had at their cave.
Yeah,
Look,
it is.
We get 1 week every 3 levels. Just enjoy. Come on, don't.
That is
don't
his
look at
turn.
this.
That's all he gets. Blinkshaw.
You know what this is? This is the opposite. Or these werewolves have their,
This is
their
the
hag
build-up.
coven or whatever it is. Their hag home.
Yeah.
I'm gonna continue smacking on the one next to me. Boom. And roll.
You're up in it.
So 14 and 17.
Actually, your Hugh Grant's win hits too, so both of those hit.
Yep. I was pressing on the 15 total.
15. Okay, that one is on its last legs. Fildy.
I will use a hand to capture.
Gotta catch them all.
Try to.
Success!
Haha! Take
10
that
points of
10
damage.
damage.
Alright, this one is now restrained.
And I'll keep scuttling.
Right, coming to the werewolf's turn once more. The one that is currently grappled is going to attempt to free himself as an action. He fails. The one that is barely alive is going to continue to attack Blinkshot to the best of its ability, but it misses twice. And that is all that the werewolves have. Balin.
I just really want to murder the hell out of this thing. He's starting to realize his horse is dead, and that's a thing that happens in the world because he's an intellectual, but still that latent I'm livid type of thing. So Archie's all up in his shit. I can't move anywhere to make have to whatchamacallit, catch the green flames. So I have to use booming. That's the wrong button. There we go.
All right.
18 plus
You
21.
slay him.
I honestly should have declared non-lethal, but Balin wanted to murder him. So if the kids die, the kids die.
Alright, you slay him.
For a bonus action or an interact with an object action, whatever you want to call it, I'm gonna immediately just go down sawing his skin.
Well, that will be an action.
Okay, my bonus action is to make the beginning of that happen. I'm gonna start working on his skull, on his trophy.
So yeah, apparently your declaration to kill him wasn't that great, but it prevented him from hitting you at all, so something happened there. Alright, on Esmeralda's turn, she's going to head over here and she's going to start trying to kill this last werewolf that is currently grappled by the giant hand. And with advantage, she is going to hit it a whopping 3 times for 25 points of damage. And it is looking extremely rough. Kirill's dead. Blingshot.
The spiritual's going for the one. It's on its
Yep.
last legs. 7.
It bashes its brain in.
Nice. And then with advantage, I'll go for the other one. Yeah.
Bless.
So
That is.
advantageous.
Bless is the game maker right now.
Winner.
Amazing.
Alright,
Yeah.
9 points of damage to him. He is looking rough as well, now that Esmeralda has joined into the fray. Phil Dennis.
I'll just squeeze him.
Okay, he has to make another strength save.
Yeah. Otherwise, half.
He fails. He takes 10. And the hand crushes him to death. Alright, as this hand crushes this wolf to death, the 2 wolves that are currently incapacitating Tasha are finally dealt with by her, as she was not too incapacitated as these things are going on.
Well done.
And
Tasha.
things go quiet as everything kind of fades away.
I walk
The wolves
over.
are dead. The werewolf's dead, and Balin is in the middle of skinning Kirill.
I walk over to Phil Dennis, Tasha, and Esmeralda, and cast Remove Curse on all of them.
All right, who are you doing first?
I'm going to do Tasha first,
Okay.
then Esmeralda because they're right next to each other, and Phil Dennis is Zoidberging his way over to get.
My horse is still alive.
And I will.
Your
I will
horse is the only one that seems to have
Spud
survived
made
the
it.
fire.
I will ask Tasha if she can cast Remove Curse on myself. Me.
I will check her sheet to see if she can do that.
I am fairly sure that she did not use 3 third-level spells during this fight.
She didn't because she used like one. But you know what? It's funny that I say I'll check her sheet. It's not on her sheet because she doesn't track it
Exactly.
via her sheet. So yeah, sure, she'll cast Remove Curse on anyone else who might need it.
It was only me, I think.
All right.
2 questions. How long does Bless last? And does anyone have proficiency in survival?
It lasts a minute, but it doesn't affect ability checks.
Ah, really?
I have a yes to the second part.
Oh, rats. Who's got a proficiency on survival?
Phil Dennis does.
All right, get over here and help me fucking skin this motherfucker.
Well, I wanna
When
see
you say that, Esmeralda starts to say, I mean, I can And as you turn to look at her, something is raising her off the ground, and it is Strahd von Zarovich. That's where we're going to pick up next week, guys.
Wait, hold on.
Damn it!
I just want to get this in there now. Where this roll is, Balin finishes skinning Kirill.
He just
Well, you
turns
can
back around.
do it. But yes, as you as you are in the middle of doing this, you all turn around and see that Strahd himself is lifting Esmeralda off the ground.
Of course, let's go out at
God
night.
damn it.
Remove
Yeah,
Curse.
that's a cliffhanger of death.
And I will say that there is one last thing you hear as we are ending, and that is, where is Rudolf von Richten?
Remove Curse. We don't know if the curse, like the vampire bite, is a curse, do we?
You have no idea.
Okay.
That is something you would have to ask the trained travelers about. Assuming that they survive.
Yeah.
2 things, mainly one's a comment and one's a question.
Hmm.
So the comment is actually let's start with the question. If I get Charisma 13, that's 2 ASIs. You'll let me jump into Warlock Hexblade, right?
You would have to hit Charisma 13 to do that.
I know, so that's 2 ASIs. It's around level 15. Leo and I were discussing
Oh
this.
my.
Blisk's weapon.
You are not
He's
going
my
to be level
Hexblade.
15 before the end of Strahd, so presumably you could return his
No,
blade before that.
I'm talking about no, I'm not returning it. I want Blisk's sword to be my Hexblade patron. It's imbued by the spirit of
We will
greed.
talk about that when the time comes, good sir.
Level 15, that's my multi-class right there.
Level 15, that's your multi-class. Let's see
so-
here, you're already level 6, so that would have to be your level 8 thief multi-class, or rogue multi-class, and your level 10.
It tanks my entire character, like, by abilities.
You forget, as a rogue, or sorry, you multi-classed into wizard, you
Yeah.
would get a bonus ASI as a rogue at level 10.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. So to get the 13 from 7, I'd still need 3 ASIs.
So yes.
So 15.
Like,
And I want it to be Blisk's Silvered Skimmer.
just a heads up, I used my Pearl of Power as well to get a 3rd level spell slot after
To
using.
cast that remove curse again? Yes. Okay.
No.
I was trying to get an idea to what?
To gain a 3rd level slot. So I have 3 3rd level slots. I used all 3 and asked Tasha to cast 1 on me for a total
Okay.
of 4 curses, and I used it to have a 3rd level myself for anything that comes up.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Sure.
All right.
Did
I have
those,
0
remove-
Pearl of Power right now and 1 3rd level spell slot.
Sure.
the remove curse thing work, or do the roll for
Well,
that?
you have no way to tell
Okay.
until the night comes. Because of like the first time, you all just kind of did it precautionarily, but nobody is transformed, so and you haven't changed, so there's no effect on you to notice a difference yet.
I wouldn't worry about it, guys. I mean, clearly we're gonna fight the boss fight next week, so Curse of Strahd over next week. And
Yeah, Curse of Strahd's over next week, guys. This fight's gonna be great for you.
so we got to the boss fight, guys. Congratulations, we did it. So no worries there.
Right. Right.
We're doing
Good
it. I love
night,
you all.
everybody.
Good night.